the chat on screen or anything at the moment. So, yeah, we are in the process of doing that. Hope everyone is well and looking forward to the show. It should be a really good show this week. Really looking forward to it. We've got some Dusty Rhodes Tag Classic matches. So we're going to be seeing Enofe and Blade taking on Trick and Carmelo. We're going to be seeing LWO take on Duke Hudson and Riley Osborne. We've got Joe Coffey taking on Rich Holland. We've got an Oba Femi promo. We've got Lyra and Tatum taking on Elektra, Lopez and Lola Vice. And we've also got the Battle Royal. The Battle Royal is going to be a lot of fun. That is to figure out who is going to be next for Lyra Valkyria. So we're doing a Battle Royal. Once we get down to the final four, then we are going to do a Fatal 4-Way. So it's a bit straight. I don't know if the Fatal 4-Way is straight away or if that takes place next week. I actually don't know. We have done this before and I can't remember. I can't remember if we do it straight away or next week. I think it waits a week, to be honest. So either way, we're going to figure out eventually who is going to be taking on Lyra Valkyria for that women's championship. And yeah, should be a good show. Honestly, it looks all right on paper. And obviously, you know, there's other little stories that are rumbling along in the background as well. So, yeah, on paper, we're looking pretty good. Hope everyone is well and feeling good after... Very good. I just saw got tagged in a thing from Big Time. Let me see if I can show it on screen. Again, if you do, look at this. Dreams can come true. That's based on the obviously French Festival of Friendship. That was the Jericho Kevin Owens picture, wasn't it, during the Festival of Friendship? Very good, very, very good. I've retweeted that. So yeah, we've got some good stuff going on tonight. Hope people have recovered from yesterday. Obviously, the news today is sort of waiting, to be honest. We're waiting for an update on Seth. We did just talk about this on the Wrestling Escape Pods. Apparently, he's gone in for an MRI, and we genuinely don't know what the situation is, but he did get injured during that match with Jinder, and there's been no updates there. I've waited all day. As soon as news was coming, I was dropping my video on that. So I've waited all day. There's been absolutely nothing. Maybe we get more information tomorrow. Maybe we get some information during the show. I don't know. But they won't mention it on NXT. I mean, you know, will it be a case that they tweet something out, update kind of a thing? Seth is, you know, going to be out for a month or whatever. I don't know. I mean, obviously, the worst case scenario is that he's out for, you know, 9 months, 10 months. Done an ACL or something like this. That would completely derail WrestleMania. Completely derail WrestleMania. So I think we're all waiting for news on that. He did manage to walk in the back, which people are saying is a good sign, but I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know, like, how far he walked, how much pain he was in when he walked, and if it's actually a sign of anything, to be honest. So, because we saw Cora Jade go out for a birthday meal. She sat down and she was all smiles, seemed to be in good spirits, and then news came out the next day that she's out for 9 months. So, again, Cora Jade is someone that's suffering at the moment. So, you know, injuries just hitting at a really bad time at the moment. Anything around now that disrupts WrestleMania, just awful. You feel so sorry for people that get injured now. I mean, any time to be injured is not great, but I'd imagine that you would rather it be May rather than January. You'd rather it be post-WrestleMania season, because this whole run now for the next 3-4 months is like just the busiest, best time for wrestling. Like everything that's going on from now, really, as I said, since CM Punk came back, is just like a really good period for WWE. And obviously the football starts winding down as well. I know the football's quite intense, but I don't think there's as many games now because we're in the playoffs. So it's it's not like we're going up against regular, like a full season with all the teams playing. So that's settled down. So it shouldn't disrupt as much. So it just means that wrestling has got a bit more room to breathe. And obviously, as we said, building to the Rumble, building to WrestleMania. So that's the news about Seth and about Cora Jade. Not good in Cora's regard. K-pop said Charlotte, Cora, Seth. It's true, isn't it? Heartbreaking for all of it. I mean, even Charlotte said she was devastated by the news. Really got her like questioning and doubting herself if to like how long she was going to be able to do this for. Like, really knocks people around. It's funny, isn't it? Because I mean, like 9 months. I mean, thankfully these people are under contracts where they still get paid, so they don't need to worry about that. But 9 months of losing your career. You know, granted, someone like Cora can, you know, she can deal with that. But someone like Charlotte, who I think's about, what, 37 or so? You know, if she loses 9-10 months at this stage in her career, I mean, it's devastating. Absolutely devastating. Matty O said, Daze, is NXT on the network or TNT now? It's on the network, but it's on the network. Cora Jade vid could have been before the injury, said James. Well, I think her birthday was the day we watched it. So I think it wasn't before the injury. I think that it was a video that came out on her birthday, and I think we watched it on that day. I think so. I mean, you could be right. It could be that I mean, I do not know Cora's birthday off the top of my head, but I think I saw people wishing her a happy birthday on the day we watched the video, but that's not a hill I'd be willing to die on. Dort Knight said, do you want Kevin De Bruyne's injury come back? You want Kevin De Bruyne's injury just coming back just before wrestling? That's true. So Kevin De Bruyne got injured. He's a big player in the Premier League. He's just come back and he's making a big difference straight away. So it's true, yeah. Like coming in at the end to save the day, you know. What you want is you want to be injured and come back at the Rumble. That's the De Bruyne injury, innit? Come back at the Rumble, and then bang, you're right in the road to wrestle. Cody got it right. Cody knows how to do injuries. You get injured, you wrestle with it, so everyone thinks you're a god. You go away for a little bit, so then everyone misses you, and then you come back and you win the Rumble. It's the perfect injury. So I don't know why these wrestlers refuse to take a note out of Cody Rhodes' book, but yeah. That is definitely the way to do it. But where can I watch NXT? WWE Network. It's not on TNT anymore. Jennifer said, aside from Seth himself, CM Punk is the most worried about this injury. Punk's story is a Mania main event. Yeah, well, I think Punk will main event Mania regardless, to be honest. I think that when he came back, that's probably something that was discussed. So, yes, they've clearly planted the seeds for him against Seth to main event Mania. What will be interesting is if Seth is out, who does he main event against instead? They could pull the trigger of Rhea and Becky, but honestly, I think that, you know, CM Punk is someone that does not want to, I think, be disrespected. I think he wants to main event. He wants the ball. He wants... I think the reason for coming back is to have the experience that he didn't quite get when he was here last time. And, you know, when he was here last time, you had Daniel Bryan, you had Triple H who was still around, you had Undertaker that was still around, you had the Shield, obviously, and like obviously clearly big things were planned for all of them, and they break up in the middle of 2014, and CM Punk went early 2014, so he may have known that the Shield was about to split, and they're clearly going to push Seth, they're clearly going to push Roman, they're clearly going to push Dean Ambrose. It was crowded. It was crowded, and he was getting not lost in the shuffle, but he was, I suppose, in a way, a situation like Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is a big name, someone that's always around big feuds always going to be used. Might be around title matches. You know, he's had a couple of title matches with Roman, for example. Wasn't successful, but he did have some title matches. And I think CM Punk sort of found himself in that position. I think he's come back so that he can kind of right that wrong and be the guy. I think he wants a run as being the guy. I think once Roman goes, you have Cody as the face of SmackDown, and you have CM Punk as the face of Raw. And I think both of them can main event WrestleMania. Both of them can main event shows. Both of them are like the faces of the company, a bit like when we had Brett and Shawn, a bit like when we had Hogan Warrior, a bit like when we had Stone Cold Rock. I think we're looking at having Cody and we're looking at having CM Punk. So I don't think that we would take that WrestleMania main event away from CM Punk if Seth's out. The interesting thing to think about is, who does he face instead? Who does he face instead? I mean, and do you change plans? Do you do CM Punk Gunther night one of WrestleMania? I mean, Gunther, I think, may be in line to face Brock. I think Gunther's got a huge WrestleMania, whatever happens. But I don't know. Do you pull the trigger on that? Gunther main event in WrestleMania would be awesome. And we've already done it for Bianca quite early in her career. So some people might, I don't know if Gunther's ready. No, he's ready, because we pulled the trigger on Bianca years ago. She main evented WrestleMania 37, right? So you can't tell me that Gunther, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, isn't worthy, isn't ready to main event WrestleMania night one. He's credible. Build him up as a monster. Put him in there with CM Punk. That could be fun. That could be really fun. Or do you do Brock, CM Punk? You know, do you not take Gunther as the person? Do you take Brock instead and you do Brock, CM Punk? Have Brock as a heel and Punk as the face. Do you go that way instead? I mean, I suppose you don't really want to sit here and rule Seth Rollins out. But the point I'm making is, if you do Cody and Roman, which maybe you don't. I mean, I don't think you do Cody CM Punk. I don't think you do that because someone would have to lose. So I don't know that you do Cody CM Punk, but could you imagine Rock Roman night one, Cody CM Punk? No, Rock Roman night two, Cody CM Punk night one. I don't think you do that, by the way. But yeah, I think my point is that I don't think you take CM Punk out of that picture. You know, I don't think you take him out of that picture. I wonder if you do a triple threat. I wonder if you do CM Punk, Cody, Gunther. Or CM Punk, Cody, Brock, night one. And then night two is Roman Rock, if that is going to be the main event of night two. Don't know. It's a conversation I wasn't expecting, but I'm kind of interested in. Nick said, I think Regal should return at the Rumble so that he can be the face of NXT, or Tyler, Pete, and Dempsey's manager, said Nick. Not JPEG said, what's your favorite WWE theme song from the 80s to now? I've got a different way of thinking about this, to be honest, because do you judge it by it worked perfectly for the character, like Undertaker's or Kamala's, or do you judge it by it's a banging song like DX? You know, I think there's a couple of ways to look at it, because I might not sit and listen to the Undertaker's song, right? But it is undeniably perfect for the Undertaker. Like the Undertaker, I can't imagine him with any other entrance music. Like, it's as perfect as it gets. Like, it was meant for him. It was made for him. It was perfect for him. It evolved over time and just kept getting better. I think the music, what it became bigger and even more like of an anthem than when it first started out. When it first started out, it was very basic, and we kind of added extra instruments to it, a little bits in the background. If you compare his first theme to his kind of final theme, you can see there's an evolution, but it's perfect. I mean, it's perfect. So to me, it did the job it needed to do. And so that is goated. But is it a theme that if I'm going to the train station I would put on? No, it's not. I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't choose to listen to it. So a theme I would listen to, I might listen to DX's. I might listen to the Motorhead kind of Triple H things, you know. The Game, King of Kings, stuff like that. Motorhead's cool. The Malachi Black, Alistair Black. Do you remember he had a Code Orange one, which was brilliant? I used to love that. And you know, there's one I really enjoyed and listened to all the time, and people might not remember it. In fact, I'm fairly confident people won't remember it. And it was Dakota Kai's theme from NXT when she first started, and she was a baby face, and she was a sweet, innocent, quite quiet baby face, and she was a little bit awkward, to be honest. She's still a little bit awkward now, but she was really awkward back then. And it was this like dance track that had like some female kind of vocal in there, and it was just like a really good banging dance track that I really liked, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. And I used to listen to it like as I was heading off to do a toy hunt or something. I'd listen to that. I'd listen to Alistair Black's theme. I'd have DX's theme on. There was a few that I would like mix in, but I would never listen to like Undertaker, or I do like Kamala's. I like Kamala's. It's like, I love tribal kind of music. I think it just sounds really, I don't know, there's something really traditional, really kind of speaks to your soul. It's just kind of got something real about it. A lot of music now is overproduced and auto-tunes and all this kind of stuff. Like that kind of more earthy, tribal kind of vibe. Brilliant. Love it. I love Kamala's music. But it's a bit of a strange choice, that one. It's a bit of a strange choice. But there's loads, isn't there? Loads. But I would imagine people are saying Bray. I know a lot of people enjoyed Bray's. I wasn't really a big fan of Shatter, to be honest. I thought his the theme was all right. You know, the catching flies in his mouth one. I forget what it's called. But I thought that was all right. But I don't think I'd have it anywhere near my top 10. Maybe not even in my top 20, to be honest. But it worked for him. It fit him. And I know that for many people, that was their favourite. If you ever take a trip down to Cobb County, Georgia, yes, you better read the signs, respect the law and order. You'll serve hard time. The Big Boss Man, good shout. Big Boss Man's theme was great. Jim Johnston's the best, wasn't he? He was the best. Steve said you just can't imagine Undertaker with a different theme song. He had Limp Bizkit and Kid Rock after it. Yeah, but the character changed, didn't he? So I can't imagine like Dead Man coming down. But stuff like American Badass. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't a fan really of American Badass. I get why they changed it. I get why they changed away from Dead Man, but I'm a stan for the golden era. So I love like 85 going into like 93, 94. So to me, like it's Dead Man for life, man. Dead Man for life. I know people love American Badass and everything, but nah, Dead Man for life. Beth Phoenix Thirst theme, I really liked it. It sounded like Buffy's TV show theme, said Not JPEG. The wonder of the world is gone, I know for sure, said Dark Angel. Jim Gore, is there a wrestling pay-per-view this weekend, asks Daz. Mosey said, if you had to marry a WWE superstar, who would it be? Guys are an option too. Oh, I wouldn't want to marry a guy. Because if you get married to them, then, you know, it's probably a good chance you'll be able to sleep with them, isn't there? So I'm definitely going to use that to my advantage. So definitely want someone that's cute. I want someone that's cute. I want someone that's made some money, because I need to be spoiled, right? I need to be spoiled. I'm sorry, I need to be spoiled. I'm a princess. I need to be spoiled. I don't know. I'm thinking someone that's been around for a while. They've made money. Someone that's been successful. Yeah. Because that's just cool. Someone that is cute. I mean, clearly all of these things mean that I would never stand a chance with any of these people. So I don't know who falls into that. Who falls into that bracket? Don't know. I don't know. I suppose a lot of the like Bailey, Charlotte, Becky, Asuka, Bianca. I don't know. I suppose anyone that's been around for a good few years that's on TV now, to be honest. Not picky, mate. Linda McMahon, she'll do. Yeah, no, I've said before, I'm not, genuinely, and I can't stress it, I'm really not someone that simps after wrestlers. I don't know why. I can't really answer why. I can't really answer why I don't. I can't really answer why it's not something that really does it for me. I think it's because of Alundra Blaze. I think when I was watching wrestling as a kid, I loved her matches and I wanted to see more of her. And so when we went into the Attitude Era and we were just getting bra and panties and everything, I think a lot of people were like, yeah, let's go. I was like, oh, where's Alundra Blaze? Where's Bull Nakano? Bring Bull Nakano back. Where's Aja Kong? This isn't Bertha Faye. So that was kind of how I felt. So I think because of that, I'm probably just more grateful that we've got women's wrestling now. I've lived through the time where women's wrestling was close to non-existent. So the fact it's back now, I'm just, I suppose, enjoying that. I think if you used to come into wrestling now, you probably wouldn't look at it or think of it that way. Instead, you'd be like, oh, look at them cakes. So I'm probably not the best person to answer that question, to be honest. I'll just stick with Linda McMahon. I was walking around playing Shawn Michaels' theme, said Dark Angel. Daze, who do you think's going to be the Rumble surprises, said Daz. I think AJ Lee stands a chance. Obviously, Trinity stands a good chance. I think apparently X-Pac is a no. He got asked and he was like, no, my body is a good few weeks from being ready. He was very honest in saying I'm not wrestling ready, which I thought was fun. So he said no. Who else is that? I think the men is difficult. The guys is difficult. I think the reason it's difficult is because it could be anybody, you know? I don't... With the girls, you go Trinity, Naomi, AJ Lee, right? Those are two that kind of come to mind straight away. Don't know that there is any for the guys. I mean, Big E would be lovely, but how much can we really expect Big E? We can hope for Big E, but how much can we really expect Big E? I don't think MJF. I think if MJF had gone from AEW would have told us. I think they would have announced that they've parted ways with MJF. I don't think... Because I don't think it's in their best interest. I don't think it's in their best interest to just have people speculating that MJF might show up, you know? So I feel like they could get rid of that by saying, yeah, he's gone. He's left. He's going to go over to WWE, or he's left us, and then everyone will be like, oh, he's going to WWE then. I don't know. Does that then boost the ratings more? I don't know. Do you then make a story out of something that at the moment isn't really a story? Don't know. I think he's signed. Word on the street was that WWE hadn't even tried because they were under the impression he'd just quietly re-signed last year anyway. So I'm not expecting MJF. Big E is one. Tyler Breeze, said Bunkers. Don't know. MJF would have re-signed. They wouldn't have done the angle if he wasn't, said the real Kyle. I'm watching Algeria Angola yesterday. They did nail and I was angry. Oh, they did 0-0 and I was angry, says Amin. What happened to Sheamus? Yeah, Sheamus could come back, I suppose. I don't know if that's going to be a big enough surprise for get people. I don't think he was injured or anything. I think he was just having a break. Brawling Brutes are done, aren't they? Butch said that, which I'm pleased about, to be honest. I think they definitely had run their course. And obviously it looks like there's going to be bigger, better things now for Butch, a.k.a. Pete Dunne. So I don't mind the fact that that's run its course. So Sheamus could come back. It's good shout. If Strowman said Dark Angel. Booker T said bonkers. Dro said, I miss Heath Slater in WWE. Brock is expected to come back soon, said Mosey. Yeah. Last two Rumblers, Punk and Jungle Boy, said Will. I don't know, like people that are already on the roster, like a Brock, like a Sheamus, I don't know that they're going to be big enough surprises. Imagine if you just got everyone that you expected, and then the only surprises in the men's rumble was Sheamus and Brock. I don't know. I feel like people want Diesel, or they want an X-Pac, or they want a, I don't know, Rob Van Dam, or whoever. I don't know. I really genuinely don't know, guy-wise, who you could get that would be that surprise. I mean, you could go and get someone like the Hurricane, you know? Jim Cornette would be hilarious. That would be brilliant. Could you imagine Countdown and Jim Cornette comes out with his tennis racket, looking around at the fans? Does one of them where he gets in the Rumble, immediately eliminated. Does a Warlord, gets in, gets right back out again. Could he take a bump over the top rope? Probably not, but you know, he's such a big name in modern wrestling. Very divisive, of course, but wow, it would definitely be a moment. It would definitely get a reaction, you know, for Jim Cornette to come out with a big smile on his face and his tennis racket. So I don't know. Big E would be great. That would do it. Rob Van Dam would be fun, said Will. Thoughts about Stone Cold in the Rumble? That would be great. Stone Cold would be great, and I'd have no problem with Stone Cold being in the Rumble. I don't know if it was controversial. I don't mind being a little controversial sometimes, but I made the comment that I'm not really too eager to see another Stone Cold WrestleMania match. For me, we did it. We did it. It was definitely more than I expected, and I'm not really desperate to see another now. I think we've done it. I think there's so much good talent in WWE right now. I really want to focus on that. I really want to focus on the talent that we've got, like Gunther, like Cody, like CM Punk, like Sammy, like Kevin, like, you know, Roman, Solo, Jimmy against Jay, like all of that. That excites me so much more than bringing back Stone Cold. Obviously, The Rock is a bit of an exception because of the fact that I think we've wanted Rock Roman for a long time. The family connection thing. The fact that The Rock was the head of the table and now Roman calls himself head of the table, and we've been waiting for this match for years, so I feel a bit different about that. But yeah, I think Stone Cold being in the Rumble would be awesome. Imagine number 30 and the glass breaks and down he comes down to the ring. Be brilliant. I don't think he wins it, and to be honest, I think it should just be a nice little moment. But yeah, brilliant. I'd be definitely down for that. Maybe whoever eliminated him, you could set up a fun little skit at WrestleMania where they encounter each other, you know, backstage, or like you do Stone Cold interrupting them. Like maybe it's someone like, I don't know, maybe not R-Truth. I'm trying to think of like a heel, you know, like The Miz. The Miz would have been perfect because The Miz could have eliminated Stone Cold, and then of course The Miz could do a segment like Miz TV at WrestleMania, and then it's Stone Cold that interrupts, and you know, there's a little bit of a brawl. It's really just a stunner and, you know, a couple of kicks and whatever, and lovely, and it's just a WrestleMania moment, you know, for WrestleMania 40. So you maybe could have done something like that. But yeah, no, I think that's a good shout actually. I think that's a good shout. Having like someone like Stone Cold get involved, that'd be huge. That'd be a real Royal Rumble moment. I'm definitely down for those. So, yeah, we are streaming the Rumble, of course. And we're not just streaming the Rumble. We're going to be doing the watch-along. And we're not just doing the watch-along. We will be at least 2 hours before the watch-along as well. If anything is going down during that WrestleMania, that Royal Rumble day, if anything is going to go down, we are going to be live during it. We will be live, we will be watching, we will be reacting and discussing whatever happens. We will be ready for the Royal Rumble. So that's not this Saturday, it's the Saturday after. Can't wait. Grayson Waller effect. Oh, well done. Well done, Wrestle with Andy. That's the one. That's the one. Grayson Waller eliminates Stone Cold, brags about it all the way up to WrestleMania. WrestleMania, Grayson Waller effect. Stone Cold interrupts. Stunner, stomps, beers. Yes. That's it. Well done. Well done. James said, who is your OG Undertaker version? Mine is the Grey Gloves version. Proper OG Deadman. Completely agree. The only thing I would say is I love the WrestleMania 25, 26, 27, 28. I don't know if you call that the end of an era Undertaker or how that is referred, but that has to go alongside the grey Deadman, you know? For me, the grey boot coverings and gloves is always going to be my favourite because that is the Undertaker I got into. That's what I first saw. My very first Undertaker match I saw is him against Kamala in a casket match, Survivor Series 92. And, you know, everything that happens in 93 and everything, and obviously buying tapes, going back, watching 91 and 92 and catching up with Undertaker's story. That's just Undertaker to me. Anything that happens after that, like when he goes into the purple stuff, that's fine. And then, like, you know, when he starts like going into ministry, to be honest, I wasn't keen. I love Undertaker, but Ministry just didn't do it. This is why I struggle a bit with the Attitude Era. Some of my favourite things get ruined. Like Undertaker doing Ministry and doing American Badass. These are my least favourite versions of The Undertaker. And one of my favourite wrestlers is Shawn Michaels. He was not around in the Attitude Era. And then you've got like women's wrestling, which is close to non-existent during the Attitude Era. And so there's a lot about the Attitude Era that really I don't like. And The Undertaker would be one. He did some good stuff as American Badass. I can't say that it was a disaster at all, right? People like American Badass, and that's cool. But to me, it's nowhere near as good as Deadman, as when he debuts. Grey, technically he debuts with black gloves, but I think that's only for like the Survivor Series match. But like the grey gloves, the grey boot coverings, blah 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 blah. So yeah, I agree, James. I'm right there with you. That Undertaker for me. But I do have to give a special mention to end of an era Undertaker as well. I'm so happy for Oba Femi, said Amin. Yeah, I mean, he won the title very quickly, and you can do that. I mean, you know, we've seen people like Santino win a title quickly on the main roster. So for him to come out and win this it was shocking, wasn't expecting it. That is part of the prize, though. You win the breakout tournament, you get a contract for a title opportunity. I said as well, I mean, for me, I don't want to see Money in the Bank cashed in on a mid-card title. I do feel different about the breakout NXT thing because these people are brand new. They're not just brand new to the main roster, they're brand new to any WWE roster. So this is them introducing themselves to the WWE universe for the first time. So to get any belts, be it a tag belt, a mid-card belt, any belt, is huge. That was massive for Oba Femi. It didn't matter that it wasn't the NXT title. Made no difference whatsoever. Him getting that belt was huge. I don't feel that way for Money in the Bank, but I feel that way for Oba Femi. And yeah, big statement sent, man. He is clearly someone to watch. Clearly they've got high hopes for him. Clearly he's shown enough and they're excited by his development for them to, you know, really push him this hard. I thought that Riley Osborne was going to win the breakout because I think Oba Femi is someone that is just going to be a force regardless. I think Riley Osborne might need that little extra support. So I was surprised when they went with Oba Femi, but it's just a sign of how much they believe in him. They gave him the win, and now we know why, because the plan was to give him the title. We're actually going to hear from Oba Femi tonight on NXT. He's going to talk about like his cash-in moment, winning the title last week. I don't know. I'm sure someone will step up to him and challenge him. I can't see him losing the title now. So I think whoever steps up, he should be able to get past. Who knows? I mean, maybe they're going to give him like this title. Maybe he'll have a Gunther run. You know, it might take something special to get that belt off Oba Femi. Could you imagine that challenge? Imagine that. Imagine trying to get a title out off Oba Femi. No, thank you. No, thanks. I'll go after... Well, no, I don't fancy going after Elia. Elia's going to just never stop, grind you down, throw everything he's got at you, right? There's no half measures with Ilya Dragunov. So it ain't going to be easy getting the NXT championship. And so then you look at the mid-card title and you go... I think I'll go after the tag belts. I might be all right against Stax and Tony. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. That seems like the right way forward right now. Tag belts. Jim Miller fighting at UFC 300 against Bobby Green. I've tagged you in it, said Mr. Unfamiliar. Thank you, buds. That's good. That's great news. I'm glad they've got him on the card. They should have got him on the card. So Dana said UFC 300, we will have Jim Miller against Bobby Green. Justin Gaethje against Max Holloway has been added as well. Gaethje against Max Holloway for the BMF title. Justin Gaethje against Max Holloway. Oh my God, what a fight. What a fight. That is a great announcement. I wonder where that will sit. Will that be above Zhang Weili? I'm more interested in Gaethje Holloway than the Zhang Weili fight. Or will that be under the Zhang Weili fight, I wonder? That's great. Let's go. Yeah, in the words of... get a life, kid. Yeah, as I was saying yesterday... If you've got stuff that you're seeing that you want to tag me in it. We will show bits on screen. We may do an unseen video. To be honest, I do unseen videos after Raw and SmackDown. So they're guaranteed, those two. The NXT unseen video is really dependent on what's happened. Some weeks it's quite quiet. I don't know why. It's just a bit quiet, and like it doesn't seem like there's too much chatter online. People are talking about the show, but there's not really much news. Let's put it that way. You know, the wrestlers don't tend to put much out that's really that interesting. So we'll see. We'll have a look and we'll see. But if you see anything, tag me in it. I really appreciate. I mean, I got so much that I was tagged in yesterday. We ended up doing a 20-minute unseen video, which took me ages to put together and get all the images where I needed them. But, yeah, I hope people enjoyed it. Just tell me yours and I can add you now, says Nick. What's that about, Nick? What's that about? That's a brilliant announcement. Yes. Can't wait for UFC on Saturday, said Steven. It's going to be sick, man. UFC 297 this Saturday, and then Royal Rumble the Saturday after. I know not everyone are fans of UFC, but we've built up a nice little UFC community. I think the fight night this week was a bit quiet because wasn't the strongest of cards. I think there's so many big pay-per-views coming up. They've pushed a lot of the big fights into those. But this weekend looks real good. Looks real good. Right. Watson, hello. Shout out to you. Hope you're doing well. Brilliant announcement, said Drew said it's going to be an amazing pay-per-view opener. How about TNA World Champ Moose for the Rumble? Yeah, I don't know who Moose is. I just said this on the Wrestling Escape Pods. I think that TNA Hard to Kill had dropped the ball a little with that main event. It's difficult because I think if you watch TNA and you watch Impact, I have no doubt that match made all the sense in the world. I've got no doubt that that was a big story that they'd been building for ages, that had everyone invested, and it was the right thing to do for that crowd. I don't doubt that for a second. But as someone that doesn't watch Impact, doesn't watch TNA, and this was their big relaunch, and I am very much an outsider going, what's happening over there, right? The main event being Alex Shelley against Moose just didn't... That was not going to get me to tune in. I don't know these people. I don't watch these people. I don't know their history. I don't know anything about them. It'd be different if there was like... I don't know. I mean, like, could you have done the Trinity match as the main event? Instead, the only thing is, I think everyone knew she was leaving. So there was not really much mystery as to who was going to win out of her and Jordan Grace. You know? I don't think there's much mystery there. Could they have brought Dolph Ziggler in early and done Nick Namath as the main event of Hard to Kill and actually had him wrestling in the main event? Don't know. I can just tell you that I don't have any ill will towards TNA. Everything I'm seeing is that the company's back. It's all real positive. The TNA brand is in such a good place compared to where it was. TNA to me was always a joke. It was a joke. I mean, I used to... It's a bit like AEW. You know, if you didn't watch it, all you would see is people making fun of it. It was just... Yeah, it had its fans, but there was a lot of people that would rip into it. And I suppose in a way, like AEW, if you don't watch AEW, there's a good chance that all you're seeing is people talking about Tony Khan and how much of a clown he is and all this kind of stuff. And now they have brawls backstage and just, you know, making fun of AEW. And that happened to TNA as well. Well, I think what's happening now is that AEW is getting a lot of the online hate and TNA is just quietly going about its thing, its business. And it's actually putting on some really good shows. It's winning over people. And I think it's in a really good place. So, I don't know. It's hard for me to book TNA. I couldn't. I don't watch it. But the only thing I can say is I would have liked a stronger main event for Hard to Kill. I mean, there was definitely some stuff at Hard to Kill that I was like, okay, yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes. Who's going to show up? They did say that some... big names were going to show. You know, I keep hearing about how great like the X division is and what's going on there. Keep hearing about, I know Hammerstone. I know that people love Josh Alexander. So, you know, that match you go, okay, I'm interested in that. Trinity against Jordan Grace. Yeah, I could watch that. Yeah. But then I got to Alex Shelley Moose and I was like, I don't even know who these people are. So if he came out at the Rumble, he's coming out to crickets, man. There'll be some that will know him, but the vast swathes, the masses will not, because you've got to have some sort of TNA knowledge. So no, can't see it. Plus, I don't think there's a relationship there anyway, is there? We thought that might have been Triple H's announcement, but it wasn't. And then we thought, oh, like, did you see that blurry picture did the rounds, didn't it? Is this what I think it is? And people are like, is that Triple H? Blah, 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 blah. Someone pointed out it's Grizzled Young Veterans, actually. Someone was like, that's the Grizzled Young Veterans. And when you looked at it, you're like, yeah, I think it is, actually. But they were kind of making out that it might be Triple H. And it wasn't. And so I don't think there is any kind of relationship there, unfortunately. Be great for TNA if there was. And I don't know if it'd be great for WWE. I mean, I suppose it would if it was at the NXT level. If they could send Fallon Henley over and then get Jordan Grace coming to the PC, you know, and you could like work between the two promotions, you know, maybe that could be good for both. But I can't see them ever wanting to give TNA the spotlight of working with them on like the main roster level, you know, because they are still a competitor. They are still like the third biggest promotion in North America, so be a bit like Starbucks working with, I don't know, Dunkin' Donuts, something like that. Number 1 against number 3 working together. Don't know that would happen. Right, we are just mere moments away. Mr. Unfamiliar said TNA is a house of cards resting on a rose-tinted glasses and nostalgia of old TNA. I am optimistic things can turn around, but the TNA rebrand honeymoon won't last long. Well, that's true. I mean, these honeymoons don't tend to last long, but I think there's a lot of excitement at the moment. I think people seem to be into it. You know, see how it goes. It's not a promotion that I'm watching or I'm going to be watching, so all I can say is if you watch it, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's going well, and I wish them all the best. I haven't really got any reason to think otherwise or anything, so yeah, I wish them all the best. Why isn't NXT on TNT anymore, said Watson. I don't think the views were good enough, to be honest, buds. I don't think the views were strong enough, so they've ended up... TNT have decided that it's just not worth the cost, the price. So now it lives on the WWE network. Right, we are starting. Acknowledge me. Bum 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 badum bum bum badum bum bum badum bum 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 bum. X Mulder said Bischoff says AEW is turning into TNA. Is that a bad thing? Well, I think it was a bad thing. I think TNA's history was not... It's one of them, innit? If you loved it, you loved it. If you didn't watch it, there was a lot of negativity that was doing the rounds about it. It was a bit of a... It was seen as a bit of a joke, which might have been unfair. But that was the perception of it. I think the hatred that a lot of WWE fans have for AEW now, that was being thrown in TNA's direction back in the day. It's just funny how things change, isn't it? It's just... No one seems bothered about, like, hating on TNA anymore. It's all about hating Tony Khan these days, and that is a lot more fun. Right, here we go. We got Trick and Carmelo. Hate this music. They've got Melo's music mixed with Trick's. It sounds awful. Okay, Melo and Trick against Enofe and Blade. This is in the Dusty Classic. Match number 1. I added the matches from last night's Raw to the match list. We can have a look at those. The Jinder one scored the best. Look at that. They got their polka dots on, man. Enofe and Blade channeling their inner Dusty Rhodes. America dream. That's a good theme. He's just a common man. So, where were we with that Raw? Here we go. So, we've got one there that is Seth and Jinder. That came in at 5th. The other ones, we've got DIY against JD and Dominic Mysterio. That was quite high up. That did all right. What are the 15th? There's another one. Xavier against Ludwig. Was okay. Finn and Damien against R-Truth Miz. Was all right. Starting to get down, though, in the ones that not as well received. Like Tozawa Ivar. Wasn't that well received. Shayna, Zoe against Tegan Natalia. Wasn't that well received. Look at this. Indy and Candice against Piper and Chelsea. Ooh. The lowest rated match we've seen so far. Other than this doctor stoppage thing here that we didn't vote on. So, yeah, I've added all of those. And we will add these NXT ones to that tonight. Well, we won't do it tonight, but we will add them eventually. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Trick. Getting a great crowd reaction at the moment. Both Carmelo and Trick are in gold. Beautiful drop kick there by Trick. Beautiful. Nick Namath's debut hits 1 million views on YouTube for TNA Hard to Kill. Carmelo in there then with Blade. Blade with a drop kick to Trick. Trick goes down. Trick on the outside. That Trick. That Trick. This is so sexy. I need to take my pants off, says Miss Clown. Swerve would be awesome in WWE, said Tom Tom. He used to be. He used to be. Did he spend a time? Did he even get called up, or did he go before that? I can't remember if he was with Hit Row for like a week or anything when they first came up. I think not. Don't know that he ever made it to the main roster, but he would have been in Hit Row. Sad to think, really, isn't it? That's how they would have used Swerve. Swerve, who's, you know, definitely one of the highlights of AEW, would have been in Hit Row. Was in Hit Row. Carmelo goes against the ropes, comes splashing down onto Enofe. Enofe kicks out. Nice little pace to this. Since Endeavor is helping TNA with their new app, they could request Moose be in the Rumble to advertise the TNA app, says Jim. Well, they're helping them put it together, but I don't think they've got any sort of interest in promoting it. So they are they're doing the work in the background for them. They're helping them like put it together. If it would be TN promote it, not Endeavor. And TNA would always want to have someone in the Rumble, I'm sure. I don't know. I can't see it. I can't see it. They did get Mickie James to carry out the Knockouts title, but apparently I heard that backstage Vince said, oh, I don't want us to go out with that belt. And they were like, we've kind of agreed, in order to get Mickie in the Rumble, we've sort of agreed she will carry the title out to the ring. And Vince was apparently not pleased. He didn't realise that that's a deal that had been struck, so... But again, you know, it's different world, as Jim just said, it's different world, isn't it? Oh my god, Blade! Blade just went over the top, and Trick sort of had to lean into it, because I think Blade was going to crash and burn. He went over the top like this, and I think he, you know, Trick could have just took a step back, and Blade would have splatted onto the ground. Instead, Trick had to kind of lean in so that he ended up getting splashed on. Not sure how I feel about that. Got an advert for the Rumble. If Seth is healthy, he enters the Rumble to go for both titles. He gets tossed by Bronson Reed. Seth against Bronson, Chamber in Australia, says Mike. X Mulder said, are we taking our pants off during the stream? We always do. Daze, is it UFC on ice this weekend with the USA weather? I hope so. I hope so. That would just add an extra layer of dangerousness. What's the word I'm looking for? Violence? I don't know. Threat? Can't find the word. An extra level of fun. Let's go with that. Extra level of fun. I was distracted as well because apparently there is a documentary, the top 50 women in the history of WWE, which feels like it's an old documentary, but I don't think I've ever seen it. This is the great thing about it being on the network. I don't get normal ads. I just get ads for wrestling. So I've got an ad here for this week on WWE. Before that, I had an advert for the 50 top female wrestlers in WWE history. Is Scott Stanford, Mega Morant. I never watched this show, you know. I used to watch it all the time. It used to be a great way to, like, keep up. If you couldn't get to the shows because of work or whatever, you could just watch This Week. The remarkable story of FCW. It's great. It's great they did a documentary on this. This was NXT before NXT. The Bellas being in there, Sheamus being in there, Naomi being in there, Natalya being in there, Roman Reigns, Charlotte, Drew McIntyre, Sasha, Daniel Bryan, all coming from FCW. I've seen that documentary. That's good. That's good. There's so much on the network. I've probably not watched half of it. I don't believe that. I reckon you've watched all of it at least twice. Is Roxanne on the show? I'm wondering if she's going to go full heel, said TBH. I think she might be in the Battle Royal. We've got a Lady Battle Royal later. Lady Battle Royal. Final four will be in a fatal four-way. Winner faces Lyra. I think Roxanne definitely gets to that final four. I think she definitely gets to the final four. Does Tatum Paxley? Does Lola Vice? Does Elektra Lopez? Trying to think who's kind of feuding with. Does Kiana James? Kiana might get to that final four. Does Gigi? Does JC? There's quite a few women actually that could. Wonder what that final four is going to look like. Roddy said XFL merged with another brand and now it's the United Football League. Did it? Did it really? That's the Rocks thing, isn't it? So didn't they do that last year? And so now you're saying that they've merged and it's now the United Football League. Just it doesn't seem to grab people, does it? I don't know why. Doesn't seem to grab people. They run it in the off season. Perhaps it's a lack of star power, you know. People do like the names. They like that Patrick Mahomes, don't they? They like the fridge. They like the fridge freezer. They like Patrick Mahomes. They like the guy that murdered the woman with the gloves. You know, ain't got any of them. Right, back to the action. We've got Enofe in there, throwing in some forearm shots to Carmelo Hayes. Oba Femi is what we wish Omos was. A true Nigerian badass that looks like he can pick up and toss anyone. Miss Clown said a lack of power star. Yes. Al said, whoever suggested Sky Blue replace Cora Jade as NXT's bad girl, that is a great idea. When Roman was just Leaky in FCW, was that his name? Was it just Leaky or was it Roman Leaky? Leaky. It's such a bad name. I don't even know where that came from. It's probably got something to do with like his family history or something. Still a bad name. It makes me think that he wets himself. Kicks coming in by Trick. XFL and USFL have merged, says Dark Angel. Patrick Mahone sounds like Kermit the Frog, says Erase Your Mind. Kick to the midsection. Over the other side. Goes for a clothesline. Whoa, my God. That was a bit of like a Spanish fly. Oh, net breaker. Round the back. Here's Enofe. Back suplex. Belly to back suplex. Enofe going up top. Trick Williams is down. He's perched. Oh, beautiful elbow. Love that elbow. That's a great elbow. Trick was quite close, so he had to kind of go up quite high and come down. He wasn't able to kind of go distance. Trick was a bit close, but he really... Some good hang time there as well. As he delivered that elbow. Could have posed for the camera midair. Beautiful spine buster. Now Blades, you do an elbow. Frog splash. It was good frog splash. 1, 2. Trick makes the save. Trick makes the save. Yeah, not match this and some... Oh, again, Enofe fell short that time. And Trick was able to, like, smash him as he was in the air. Double knees by Carmelo. Trick gets tagged in. Beginning of the end in it. I don't like that flash knee. Trick gets the pin. I don't like that finish. He just sort of collides into him with his knee. Yeah. 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 Well, that trick. I like it. That trick. Well, that trick. Is he always going to walk around with him going, yeah, I like it. Booker T. Booker. I've added you to the group, says Sunny. Was every man legal there, said Miss Cat. Every man was legal. Every man was legal. Okay, so Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin are going to be taking on Axiom and Nathan Frazier. I think that's next week. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams will face either Chase U or LWO. That match later on tonight. Standing over by the Dusty Classic trophy. We're backstage with Fallon Henley. How are you going to get it done? Tonight. It's down to brass tacks. Fallon's never had an NXT championship match. It's going to be chaos. I'm making it to the final 4. Yee-haw. Strong words from the cowgirl. Daze, what finisher would you think fits better for Trick, said James. That's a good question, but what do you think? That's tricky, that, isn't it? I don't like this, like, knee thing. It just doesn't look good. I don't know. I'm thinking about his height. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I might as well just say what I'm thinking. I'm thinking torture rack because of his height. You know, he gets them up, puts them onto his shoulders. But I feel like that's not enough. I mean, a torture rack, him having him on the shoulders, them submitting. I feel like there needs to be like an F5. You know, like how Bianca does the KOD, Cena does the AA, Brock does the F5. I'm wondering if he could, like, somehow, like, pick them up and, like, drop them behind him, or if there could be... I feel like there needs to be some kind of big final gesture. So I'm thinking, like, I don't know, do you get them into torture rack, Samoan drop? Do you get them into How about a rotating vertical suplex? So you get them up, you rotate round, and then you jump down. So some kind of big final motion. Yeah, I think something like that. Picks them up, rotates them round, and like kind of jumps back so that like the force really, you know, their back hits the mat first. If he can then kind of, as he lands, flip over straight into a pin, I suppose in a way that's a little bit jackhammer-esque, but not quite. I'm thinking something along those lines. I'm looking for a big gesture move, a big kind of. I'm taking inspiration from the F5, from the KOD, from the AA. I'm thinking more those lines than say cutter or stunner or RKO. I'm thinking like the other way. So I'd go with something like that. A Grundle tickle, said Erase Your Mind. A Blue Thunder Bomb, said Rivy. How about a Batista Bomb, said James. These are all good suggestions. A Batista Bomb or the Jackhammer, said James. Jackhammer would be perfect, said AR1. Maybe, yeah. Maybe we just go Jackhammer. Maybe we should just do that. Yeah, we'll do that. NXT, is that you listening? Yeah, we've decided. We're going Jackhammer. Thanks. Let's go, man. I've still not watched this, you know. The WWE show based on toys. Yeah, I don't know why I've not watched this yet. Hasbro's. This is awesome. All about figures and merch. Full Nelson into a brainbuster. I don't think it would be approved, said Zoom Station. You do need to be a little careful, but I think we can definitely do something better than what we're doing. Defcon said, did Triple T review the new basics? Did you see the Ultimate LA Knights? No, but I didn't. I don't keep up with the latest figure news, to be honest. If I get tagged in it, then I will see them, but I don't really go out of my way anymore to have a look at the latest offerings. Guessing they'd be on ringside. It's a good Bowens figure, isn't it? That's not bad. That's all right. I don't know. Tony Storm has got an important. Oh, is there a Tony Storm figure in black and white? Oh man, have they made it in black and white? Unrivaled 14 figure coming pre-order now. Where is it? Oh, you cowards! You absolute cowards! You've put colour on it, and that ain't timeless. No, you botched it. Botched it. I mean, granted, you know, they've probably been working on this for a while, but they still botched it. It's not timeless. When her next one comes out, it definitely needs to be in black and white. That'd be amazing. Right, we are backstage. We haven't got anywhere. Oh, I think just as we got to them. Kurt, Bobby, Bianca looks great there, doesn't she? She looks really, really good. Three Faces of Foley. The modern day Maharaja. Oh, Tatum Paxley. We're backstage with Lola and Elektra. Tatum Paxley is in a room. No one goes near my champion. Well, she's a bit spooky, isn't she? Tatum Paxley. No, I've not seen this LA Knight figure. It is eluding me currently. Cowards. I still can't get over that Tony figure. Have they done a Tony Khan? Can I get a Tony Khan? Tony Khan figure. Think of the fun you could have with a Tony Khan figure. Have Jazzwares never done one? Oba Femi making his way down. I don't think they've ever done a Tony Khan. Cowards. Do they not want... What? Jazzwares just keep taking L's? They've made the wrong Tony Storm. They've never made a Tony Khan. What is this company? Absolute amateur hour. Oba, look at this guy, man. Oh my god. I have never seen someone wear a turtleneck and look so goddamn cool. He looks better than Turtles. This is like WWE's Ngannou. The Juggernauts. I'm the biggest, I'm the strongest, I'm the fastest. Oh my god, man. He can talk? Yeah. I was tested in the NCAA. I was tested as a young Nigerian prince. Oh my god, he just looks every inch a star, doesn't he? As a D1 athlete, I made that world my own. Ooh. Where's this come from? Oh, why are we doing this? Oh, is that what are we saying? Are we saying oh? I've got my divine right to rule over all of you. Oh my god, I need Oba Femi against Roman Reigns. I need Oba Femi against Roman Reigns now! WrestleMania, I don't care who's coming out. Dragon Lee, boring. Boring. Who's this child compared to Oba Femi? Mess him up, Oba Femi. I don't think anyone in NXT history has had the impact that you've had. Winning that championship is significant. Now you're the man holding it. Boring. Falling asleep. Mess him up, Oba Femi! He wants to be his first opponent tonight. All right, let's do it now. I win. Oba, Oba. Oba, Oba. Ah, I said no. No. The open challenge is closed. It's like flipping David and Goliath. He wants him at Vengeance Day. Say no again. You don't get to decide anymore. I may consider it. And he walks away. Yeah, you don't get to choose. Who's this? Who do you think he is? You and me, Vengeance Day. Bit of fly spray. That's what we need. Swat him away. This is Oba Femi's world. The only person that can beat Oba Femi is Jinder. That's it. There's no one else that can beat Oba Femi. Eddie Thorpe. Panic buying Oba Femi rookie cards. I've got an Oba Femi tattoo on my thigh now. He is so cool. He just screams cool, doesn't he? And he could talk as well. I mean, not the greatest talker in the world, but he went out there, held his own. For some reason, the crowd started going, hoo, hoo. That's a thing. Right, we've got Eddie Thorpe and I can't remember his name. Trey Brownhill, is it? Dijak interrupts him. I'm my own man. Bear Hill. Bear Hill Dijak. We haven't seen anything in Bear Hill. Well, not much. Is this one? It's this one, isn't it? Lyra Valkyria with her feathery shoulders. They've done a great job with making her feel big. I mean, she came in, she's great talent, she has great oh, look at Tatum. Looking up lovingly. I don't know what we're doing with this, but I'm here for it. Lyra and Tatum. Oh, even she's doing the thing, yeah! She's got the feathers and everything. Oh my god, it's brilliant. Lyra's like, no, that's my thing. It's my thing. Stop it, it's my thing. Brilliant. I'm so here for Lyra Dow. That's what we've got. Lyra and Lyra Dow. Ah, I wish I was there in the background. I'd be doing it as well. I'd have the feathery shoulder. Let's go. Tatum may get Lyra before me, said Zoom Station. Lance, shout out to you. Tatum is so in love with Lyra, said Dominic. It's fun, isn't it? Oba Femi is a former shot put champion. Well, good promo from him. Good promo. Going back to Defcon's comments, I genuinely don't know if Triple T has reviewed the new figures. I know he's kind of getting stuck into the streaming, making random videos world. I think me and Tommy have just abandoned good content. Instead, we're just focused now on just lolling. Literally in my case. Although there is a sick Asuka figure. We've looked at this Asuka figure before. Look at this. Look at that. It's too good. It's too good. Look at the face. It looks just like a little scaled down version of her. Look at the robe. It's too good, man. It's too good. I mean, short of this thing actually being able to walk and move its arms independently, I don't know what more you could do. It comes with a mask as well, I believe. It's too good. It's too good. Should we have a look at notifications? Knock, knock. Oh, is it a joke? Should we have a listen? This better be funny. Doesn't look funny.
Upwards.
I mean, I missed all of that because it was actually playing through my headphones. So, I didn't hear any of it. So, do you think this leads to Andrade coming back? Yeah, I do. Seems like Ariam was changed last minute for Raw. Seems like the arena. Any chance of doing this card on stream? What cards? No. Not doing stupid Bellator. Right. We are back, baby. Damian Priest reportedly set to cash his Money in the Bank contract very soon. Breaking news from Wrestling Killer. That's where I get all my news from. Right, we're backstage with Carmelo and Trick. That trick. Right, we're back from commercial break. What's your favourite and worst Rumble moment? Mine is AJ debut, Edge return for favourite. Worst, yeah, Bulldog not winning, I agree. Ah, Ilya's here! Ilya! Medical just wouldn't clear me. I'm cleared now. I'm cleared now. You deserve your title match. Vengeance. Vengeance Day. Vengeance Day. Trick is definitely someone that could win that belt. When's Vengeance Day? That's the finals. We might have to double Trick. Oh god, what do we do? Oh jeez, that is a conundrum. That is a problem. Can we get someone that looks like Trick to partner up with Carmelo, maybe? I don't know. Vengeance Day is February 4th. I was thinking, could he lose the title and then be in the Rumble? But it's after the Rumble. That's a conundrum, isn't it? Well, I just don't have any advice for Trick, to be honest. All I'd say is it's a good position to be in. You might be competing for 2 titles on the same show. Let Carmelo do the work for the tag one. Stick out as much as you can. And then get involved when you have to, really have to. And then try and conserve your energy for the main event. That would be my advice. Let Trick start it off. Let Carmelo start it off and do the what? Oh, beautiful kick there by Lyra, but Elektra held onto the ropes. Lyra against the ropes. Tatum tags herself in. Lyra, drop kick. She goes through the ropes. Tatum is in. Drop kick. Is she going to sit next to her? Brilliant. Love it. Both sitting on that middle rope. Tatum. Lyra's like, will you stop it? Do my head in. Yeah, I'm actually here for this. I'm actually here for cartwheel, backflip. Oh, lost her footing a little bit there, but doesn't matter. Goes over by the ropes. She's got I'm sure Tatum Paxley was a power lifter, you know, but her legs just don't look big enough. I'm sure she was a power lifter. 1, 2. I'm gonna look at that. I want to know. Tatum Paxley. Tatum Paxley, 27. Doesn't actually list anything. I'm sure she was a power lifter. No, it doesn't even say on WWE. Maybe I've just made that up. Oh, no. I'm correct. And do you know what website ended up telling me? Cage Match. Thanks, Cage Match. Cage Match is the best. I just randomly went on Cage Match and it says here she's got a background in cheerleading and powerlifting. 2 very similar worlds. Cheerleading and powerlifting. She's currently 6.81. That's how she's rated so far. Cage Match. God bless. I love Cage Match. Absolutely brilliant. Step up in Zaguri. Bring back No Way Out or Fastlane and have Priest really try to cash in, said Richard. Kian said, I hope you're doing well. Your reaction to the clip was hilarious when you said, damn you, Tony, and now you've seen who I look like. Yeah, your video was great, but I wish we'd got to it a little bit earlier. But we ended up having quite a big conversation about Deonna Purrazzo, which I thought was quite interesting, actually. It was interesting to hear Tommy. I'd like to have gone to the chat a bit more on that one, to be honest. But we got to the clip anyway in the end. Paxley got hit and she falls on top of Elektra Lopez and she gets the win. Yeah! So, match scores. Let's see what all-time great, good, okay. Right, we're backstage with women getting ready for tonight's Battle Royal. Stevie Turner's going to be in it. Ariana Grace. I'm going to go. I love these battle royals. I know people aren't too keen on them, but it's a great way of getting a load of people on the show and starting some new storylines, and there's stuff that can come out of it, you know. There's Izzy Dane, Kiana James, Stevie Turner, Ariana Grace, Chikara Jackson, Lash Legend. She's still talking? I do this tonight for every little girl that dares to dream. Tonight I take one step closer to the ultimate crown. Everyone's gone. I've left her. My sisters. Oh. Thank you, my sisters. Right. Lyra and Tatum took on Elektra and Lola. Hope you're voting, because we're going to have to end the poll soon, because we've got another match coming up. That match is Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland. So, Ridge Holland stepping into the ring. He's going to be taking on Joe Coffey. Next, Ridge Holland against Joe Coffey. One week from Saturday. Ridge boring, said Miss Clown. Oof. People who take cage match seriously are a joke, says James. Stevie Turner, it's about effing time. Is Ariana Grace Santino's daughter? Yes. Irish Rebel said, everyone, I'm going to do another practice stream video tonight on my channel, said Irish Rebel. I hope you get to view it. Irish Rebel, hope it goes well, but... Mitchell said, the first rule of cage match is you don't talk about cage match. Very good. We, again, on the Wrestling Escape Pods, we read out the very emotional message. Actually, very emotional. I think there was a lot of emotions that were swirling around as that was being written. But we read the very emotional message that Cage Match put out today. And I hope they're doing well. I hope they're all right. Seem to be going through it at the moment. Seem to be going through a tough time. So thoughts with Cage Match at this difficult time. The tag match was a little short, but funny and a good spot with Tatum getting knocked out on Elektra. Big Time said, I'm intrigued by Ridge Holland in NXT. Yeah. I think it's the right place for him. How is it going to end? How is this going to work out? I actually don't know. Is this going to work? Is it going to lead to anything good? Don't know. Probably should have been in NXT all along, to be honest, rather than going like he went to the main roster very quick. And then obviously, like, you know, got involved in a few situations and now he's back. It feels right that he's back in NXT. I agree. It's interesting to see how they're going to use him. Right, let's end the poll. How many votes did we get? 93? Come on, guys. We're not Cage Match. There's 356 people watching. Come on. Do better than that. You're better than that. Let's get this up. These polls, they're not sticking around. You can't think about it. How do I feel today? No, you gotta commit. We gotta set up. We might have to set up the next stream soon. The next poll. Ridge Holland, Joe Coffey. That is definitely getting to at least 100. I'm not faffing around. Just seeing Caden and Katana. Let's go. I find it funny that Tony fuels the tribalism, but then cries when people attack the company. It's pretty simple. Keep your effing gob shut, says James. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think pick a lane in it. You can't go throwing shade and then get upset when people have a little pop at your company. Well, I say a little pop, I mean it's everywhere now, isn't it? He's really made himself a figure of fun. He's made himself a figure of fun. He's made himself the butt of the joke. Oh, shit, someone that could come back. Old blooming Criminal McGrew. Liv. She could be in the Rumble. Forgot about her, you know. I tend to not think about criminals. It's just a rule I've got. Yeah, Liv. I need to jot that down. I don't know why. Liv, AJ, Trinity. Those feel like 3 for the women's. Big E. I agree with you guys. Like the Sheamus and the Brock shout's perfectly fine. I just don't know that it's exciting enough. Here's Joe Coffey. Right, we've got to 100. Good. Thank you. You know, you have got to do some work around here. So 60% of people thought that last match was good. 17% thought it was great. 11% thought it was meh. And 10% thought it was an all-time match. One of the greatest matches of all time. One of the greatest matches. Up there with Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. Up there with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat against Macho Man Randy Savage. All time. Lovely. At least we're getting some variety, though. Right. It's not Lyra and Tatum against Elektra and Lola. No, no, no. It is Joe Coffey taking on Ridge Holland. Has Liv gone to court yet? If so, what happened? No, she goes in February. And it'll be a slap on the wrist, won't it? Would you rather have a rumble with multiple returns and surprises or have 30 deserving wrestlers get a shot? Multiple returns and surprises. Multiple returns and surprises, because I think that even if you only have 10 people that deserve, like, you know, to win the thing, that's still a lot of people. You know, so if you had like 20 surprises, returns, and all that, and then mixed in there was 10 people that, you know, could win it. You know, imagine if you had CM Punk, Gunther, Cody, don't know who else, Drew. But that's just 4. Kevin Owens. Solo Sikoa. I don't know. If you had 10 really good, like, oh, they could win it. Brock Lesnar, whoever, right? 10 names. That's enough, to be honest. And so then the other 20 can be like surprises, returns, little one-off things, celebrities. That's the joy of the Rumble, isn't it? Isn't that the joy of the Rumble? I sort of feel like the 30 people that are deserving is fine, but only one's going to win it. Or 2 if they both go over at the same time. So yeah, I would go for the surprises. It's fun, isn't it? That's the whole point of the Rumble. When you're counting down, I don't think when you're counting down going 10, 9, 8, you're thinking to yourself, oh, I really hope this is someone deserving that's on the roster. You're thinking, who's this going to be? Who's it going to be? It could be anyone. So yeah, I'd go that. As long as there's still a good amount of credible winners that are in it, you know? As long as we've still got a good amount of credible people. I would not want a Rumble that's 100% just surprises and returns. I wouldn't want that. So there is a bit of, like, you know, give and take there. But yeah, could you imagine if it was just 30 people and they were just all people on the roster and that was it? Oh. Boring! Right, we are underway. Gallus getting involved. Okay, so Ridge is being beaten up by Gallus here. There's no one coming to help him. Oh, Ridge Holland gets laid down. Laid out. You've got no friends left. Sucks to be rich, doesn't it? He's got no friends. Quick match. Quick match. You've got no friends left. Is this to build some sympathy? Because it's not working. Right, we're seeing Anonymous. Is JC not in the Battle Royal? Thank you. Well, I don't know what they've done, but they're all very excited about whatever they've done. You did so good. Do you want to hang out and get some drinks? Well, there we go. That was JC, I think, with that Maddie Renkowski that I've never heard of before, but everyone got quite excited about. So, yeah, don't know what that is. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? We'll go into commercial break. Imagine if Triple H starts getting accused like Vince does in a couple of years. The WWE fans will defend him like they did Vince. Did WWE fans defend Vince? Don't know. I think a lot of us have said, like, uncomfortable with it. I mean, you can't really accuse him of anything when he's not been charged of anything. I mean, there's allegations against him that he's obviously paid money to make sure don't go to court. It's not a good look. It's absolutely not a good look. And, but I've said before, I feel uncomfortable convicting someone of something that, you know, there's not been a court case of. And we've not actually heard evidence of or anything. So, I don't know. I do agree. It doesn't look good, doesn't sound good, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. I think anyone that's kind of blindly defending him is probably just, like, you know, engaging in that WWE AEW thing. I don't think that happens here. I think I'm pretty consistent on here, actually. My opinion doesn't matter if you work for it. Doesn't matter if you're Tony Khan, if you're Vince McMahon, if you work for AEW, if you work for TNA, if you work for WWE. Like, if you're accused of something, I'm not going to judge you by that allegation. I might feel uncomfortable, but I want there to be a proper investigation, a proper legal procedure. Otherwise, I can't really convict someone that's not been convicted in the, like, you know, in a court of law. I just don't, that really doesn't make me feel comfortable. And unfortunately, this is a conversation that we have to have quite often because wrestlers are flipping idiots that seem to get themselves in all kinds of situations. And there's all kinds of allegations swirling around in the dirty world of professional wrestling. So, I suppose wrestling's not alone. I would imagine that this is probably the case in quite a few sports. You know, you're talking about young, athletic guys and girls that find themselves in these kind of situations. You know, I'd imagine that probably other sports are similar. But I'm not worried about them. We're focused on wrestling. Certainly, I know in football, there's been the whole, like, Mason Greenwoods. There was stuff against Phil Foden. I mean, there's, you know, lots of bits and bobs that happen in the world of football. I don't know about American football, but I'd imagine there is. I think it's part and parcel of it, unfortunately. It's the dark, seedy side of it. Right, we're just having a look at SmackDown Lowdown. The biggest stories. Where are we? Oh, nearly at halftime scores. Mitchell said, I'm officially finished all the Pitch Perfect movies because my girlfriend wanted me to see them. My official thoughts is that Hallie Steinfeld is hot. How do you feel about Dana slapping his wife? That had a video. Well, yeah, that was disgusting. I mean, there was a video to it, and he came out and he apologized for it. So, I mean, yeah, there's not really much investigation that needs to be done there. She hit him, and he hit her back, right? So, they're both to blame, because it can't be acceptable for her to hit him. It's unacceptable for him to hit her, but it's not acceptable for her to hit him. But then she's not the face of a billion-dollar company, is she? So, yeah, I thought it was disgusting. He came out with a really interesting comment on that, though. He came out and said, you know, I don't care what you lot think, because the only person I care about is my wife, and about us, like, you know, sorting out our problems. And he got asked the question in one of the post-show fights, like one of the press conferences. He got asked the question, like, do you think there should be some punishment brought against you by the UFC? And I thought his answer was really interesting, because he said they can't punish me. Like, they can't punish me, because if they try and punish me, I'll just walk away. I don't need this. It's no skin off my back if I go. So it's not in their interest to punish me. And that sounds quite like I don't care, right? But what he said next was, I think, the bigger point. He said, like, you know, I am being punished enough at the moment. My marriage is on the rocks. Like, I need to sort this out with my wife. And no punishment is going to be bigger than what I'm going through. So it was really interesting hearing him speak on it, actually. It was really interesting hearing him speak. And there's stuff in there which I'm sure split opinion. But, yeah, him saying, like, I don't care what anyone thinks. Like, the only person I care, like, about is my wife, and us finding a way through this. Which I think they have. I think they're still together, to be honest. So, yeah, I think it was disgusting. I think it was absolutely wrong. I think she was wrong to hit him. But I also do agree with his comments, which are like, this is between me and my wife. Right, we are backstage with Baron and Bron. He's got his dad's jacket on. I feel like, has he wore that before? I think he has. The dust. What did you call us? The Wolf Dogs? No. Baron Corbin's like, no. Wolf Dog? No. Three or 4 weeks ago, he came up with Wolf Dogs. The ship burners? The ship dogs? You was thinking of me in the shower? Bron said I was thinking of the team. Oh, it's not going well. I'm vetoing any future thoughts of us in the shower. None of that anymore, please. We're not the Wolf Dogs. Come up with a name. I want to hear Baron's name. Ship burners. Ship burners. Wild boars? No. No, not very good at this game. Coach Co said booty cheeks are clapping. Let's go. Asking him is clapping. Do the snap cabin. Ask him ice cream is capping with the fab. And will the mapping with the clapping? It's a big question. It's a great question. It's a big question from the much loved, much appreciated, some would say overrated, Kojiko! Hope you're doing well, my friend. Duke and Riley. They're going to be taking, they're going to be representing Chase U, and they're going to be taking on the LWO. We need to end our poll, which cannot get to 100 votes, man. What is going on? 7% all time, 23%, 58%, and great 10%. Mitchell said they should be called the Trumps. They're orange and white. They're orange and white. Oh, Bron. The Trumps. Oh, Zelina Vega's here. That's the door she was knocking on. Sean, let me in. Zelina Vega is here in NXT. People are excited to see Zelina. Has she got more tattoos on her legs now? Okay, so the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. First round. LWO chants. Oh, I feel sorry for Chase U, man. So Wild Del Toro. But I saw an episode of Friends I've never seen before. Such a weird thing. I've went so long without seeing them all. What episode was it? The one where... What happened? I want to know if I've seen it. I think I've seen them all, but I might not have seen them all. Another possible Rumble participant was just mentioned, says Will. Donald Trump. He's busy. He's busy at the moment. I saw that he did well. We're not getting into politics. I'm just reporting a fact that I saw that it was on the BBC website, and it was the top story that he'd won Iowa or something. He'd won a copy of Slipknot's album, Iowa. Well done. Well done. He's a big fan. Big fan. When I close my eyes, I feel life slipping away. 1, 2. Shoulder up. Zelina Vega, let's go, said Dominic. Prince said, I mean, the lone wolf is Corbin and Breaker is a dog, so it does make sense, says Prince Mueller. Yeah, but they're also both guys. What are you going to call them? The two guys. That also makes sense, but it doesn't make it good. There's a difference between it making sense and being good. Maybe they should just call themselves the two lads. The two fellas. Him and him. Carmelo is him. Well, this is him and him. Maybe that's what Carmelo and Trick could call themselves. Him and him. Him and himmer. Him and more him. Him and Trick. Trick and him. Sometimes I just have fun on my own. Beautiful double suplex there by Duke Hudson. Daniel said, I farted. Daniel, it's better to have it out than in, buds. Wrestle Andy said, Ross, Rachel, and Bruce Willis and his daughter stay at a log cabin. I do remember Bruce Willis being in Friends, but I can't remember that episode. The only log cabin thing I remember is when Frasier went to a log cabin and they were all in different rooms, and it's one of the most hilarious episodes of anything I've ever seen. They were all just going like in each other's rooms, sneaking round, and it was all this stories that were colliding. God, it was so good. I don't know the name of it. I don't know what season it was, but you need to watch it. It's brilliant. What happens if I go onto YouTube and put Frasier log cabin? I'm going to do that right now. Frazier log cabin. Spicy night at the ski lodge. Yes, I think that's it. I think that's it. First result. Oh my god, there's like a channel that just does clips of Frazier. Oh my god, this is the best. Oh my god, it's the best. It's the best show. It's the best show. Even the thumbnails are good, man. Look at these thumbnails. The tension is high. A spicy night at the ski lodge. Nobody loves Frazier. Well, that's not true. There's a lot of topless Frazier going on. Have I typed in topless Frazier by mistake? Have I accidentally typed that in? Topless Frazier. Yeah, man. Let's go. I don't think that's true. I don't think that is an actual then and now. No way is that what she looked like in 93 and that's what she looks like. That is no way. That is absolute clickbait. No flipping way. How awful is this? Frazier, Cass, then and now. The actors have aged horribly. Ah. You don't expect that from a channel called Timeless Movies 1960s, do you? You'd imagine the channel would be like Trolly McTrollerson, but you don't expect it from Timeless Movies 1960s. The actors have aged horribly! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! No. Awful. Awful. What's going on? This dude's got a Frazier question. Let's go. Frazier, how dare you? New dining table. That was awesome. Ah, 275,000 views. Observer with a raw recap. Oh, that was only a couple of hours ago. Frazier's the GOAT, man. Is the GOAT. He's basically the Jinder Mahal of sitcoms. Now you're talking. This is better, says Miss Clown. Damon said Roman Reigns, Psycho Dad, give me Jesse, give me Monday Night Raw. Well, you've got it, but well, you had it last night. James said I've tweeted you. Let's go. Oh, cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. Bit of a shrug from Pete Butch Dunn. What do you think of NXT? Yeah, it's alright. Feel like you could have fun with that. Right, we are underway with Duke and Riley against LWO. Oh, I was talking about Frazier and we should have done halftime scores. Damn it. That always happens. Should have done halftime scores. Instead, I was talking about Frazier Crane. Again. God damn it. The Sea Dogs. Oh, that's good. That's good, actually. They should be called the Sea Dogs. That's good. The Frazier Cranes. Frazier wins. He was replying to a Ridge beatdown. Oh, was he? Is that his reply? Gallus just unleashed a full-on assault to... Oh, he was? Oh. I didn't see that. Oh, wow. Pete don't give a flip, does he? Wow. What's the ish? What's the ish, Pete? Against the ropes goes Duke. Big boot. He grabs Del Toro. Oh, boom! Del Toro goes down. Wild comes over. He gets shut down. I thought there was going to be like a European upcut. No, just let him fall. Duke grabs Del Toro. He's got Del Toro up. Del Toro on his feet. Forearms coming in. Kick to the midsection. Del Toro. Reverse Rana. That should so put people away. What was Del Toro's name before? Was it Raul Mendoza? Uranagi. Uranagi by Duke. 1, 2. Shoulder up. Jane Levis once was an instructor of a workout show called 20-Minute Workout, says Jim. Flint said, breaking news, Bam Bam Bigelow is doing a dance show performance at WrestleMania 40. That might be a challenge. Brony said, I'm glad the Brawling Brutes are no more. They were basically a jobber faction when Sheamus got injured. And even before that, they never had momentum. Duke, oh, another. A boss man slam that was referred to. A boss man slam? Never forget. Over the top. Oof. Kick coming in there by Wild, goes over the top. Crashing down on Riley. Oh, wow. That was brilliant. Went through the ropes. Grabbed him into a DDT. That was so fluid. That was really impressive. Holy ship chance. Cruz going up top. Cruz connects. Duke. 1, 2, 3. LWO win. Oh, God. I wasn't expecting that. Chase, you lose. Match score. What are your scores on the doors? What are your scores on the Anna doors? A lovely little sequence in there. From Wild going through the ropes into a DDT. Oh, here's the replay. Through the ropes, grabs the head. Bang! Oh, God. It'd take me 50 years to get that, and by the time I could do it, I'd be dead. Mitchell said, Braun and Baron need to recruit Fandango so they can officially be... Where's this going? Lone Wolf. Fandango. Dancer. Well, look. So let's see what Mitchell's got here. What's Mitchell cooked up? The Lone Breakdancers. Ah. So the Lone Wolf, Braun, Breaker, and Dancers for Fandango. Yeah, okay. I think you just got away with that. Oh, I'm excited for tonight. Here's Adriana Rizzo. #1 contender battle royal. Go on, Riz. Oh. So they're trying to build up the Riz. Go on, the Riz. Yeah. They talk about how she's knocked all these people out, and she's like, yeah, but they deserved it. Yeah, well, these girls deserve it, Riz. Go on, Riz. It's got a Godfather shirt on, Tony. I've only just noticed. Whoa, just like down on the bridge. Whoa, whoa, we don't talk about the bridge, eh? Joe Gacy? On commentary? With a jacket that's got the old style WWF logo on it. Joe Gacy here on commentary, and what a main event we've got coming up tonight. Isn't that right, Booker? Isn't that right, Vic? Yes, Joe, yeah. Let's get over to the action. Oh, yeah, he could do a great job. Reminded me of, like, when the Vince puppet did commentary for the Firefly Funhouse match. Dijak making his way down to the ring. He's going up against Trey Bear Hill. The Riz, hey! I'm walking here. I like the Riz. I like the Riz. Go on, the Riz. It's probably a fake accent. She does it so well. I think it is a fake accent, yeah. She's brilliant. She's brilliant at it. I can't do it as well as her. No, I'm not even close. You need a suit jacket like that. Yeah, with the WWE old... And one of those old stick microphones as well. Wrestling Daze here from ringside. It's good. It was fun. Gacy seeing it. That I don't know what we're doing with Gacy. I don't think they know what we're doing with Gacy. I feel like we should do something with Gacy. But I hope we get somewhere soon, you know. But at least we're doing something fun with him this week. Wasn't it like last week he popped out of the back of the trunk of Tony's car or something? We've had him on the roof. We've had him under the ring. He's been all over the place. But it hasn't like led to anything. This is Raw Talk, so let's talk. Talk is cheap. Not Joe Gacy again, said Big Time. Dijak deserves to be NXT champ in 2024, said Max. Matteo said, Daze, have you heard anything about NXT Europe? I'd love something back in Europe. Nothing. Last thing I heard was Triple H saying that it had been put on hold because of the takeover. The bridge. The Stour Bridge. Hey! Oblongbox said, why are all these SmackDown guys winning and challenging for championships in NXT? Because they can't get the belt from Roman. And Judgment Day have got the tag belts. And Logan never defends the United States Championship. He's had it 60 odd days. He's never defended it once. So they're like, should we go to NXT? Yeah, come on then. Let's go. Let's go to NXT. So that's what's happening. Advert for WWE Storytime. This was a good show. They should bring it back. They just don't care anymore, though, do they? They don't need to add extra content onto the network. They've already been paid $1 billion for it. Outrageous Stories. Brand new season. WWE Storytime. Watch anytime on demand. I wonder if Peacock will renew. Wonder if this is working for Peacock. I'd love to know. Gacy on commentary. My ribs are going to be bruised with after this from laughter. Say K-Dub. Gacy needs to turn back full heel and join with Schism. I miss Schism, said Richard. Big Time said WrestleNomics tweeted that Raw rating saying the show averaged 1.152. He did say he's looking for it to be confirmed tomorrow morning because of delays. Well, let's see what it comes in at. They were up against football. Not that that should be an excuse because they're always up against football. But let's see what it comes in at. That would be a very low number. Right, here is Von Wagner. Noam Dar, Oro Mensah. This is from last week. Von Wagner puts his cup inside of Noam Dar's cup. But his cup is the wine that protects your testicles. 6 times 3. 18. He's done good. Vaughn. I'm tough stuff. He's trying to get his head around these rules and he's struggling. Oh my god, could you imagine trying to explain heritage cut rules to R-Truth? Oh my god. Oh my god. We could get a year of content out of it. No, Amdar said you've melted my brain. I'm done with this. So he walks away. Here is Trey Bearhill. Ah! Ah! He just started screaming. Ah! 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 He's come in with some like little look at Dijak. Is this guy all right? He's looking over at Joe. Did he have headphones in? It looks like he just took headphones out. Well, he just came out with some like musical weapon, and he was like, "Well, not a musical. I suppose you could use it as a weapon. Some musical device, some little hand drum thing." Well, that was different. Dijak going against the ropes. Big back body drop. We need to end the poll for this last match. This last match was... Was that the LWO match? Well, I don't want to be getting confused. I'm so easily confused. LWO versus Chase U. Oh my god, man. Bear heel down, but kicks out. Did he just say nasty mayhem? Nasty mayhem. Haven't heard anything out of Joe Gacy. All I can hear is Booker T talking. Oh yeah. Dijak slams Bear Hill across the ring. It's all Dijak at the moment. Dominating proceedings. I like Bear Hill's war paint. Like yellow. Bit of black in the middle. Shots coming in there by Bear Hill. Knee to the midsection by Dijak. Elbow to the back. Bear Hill goes down to one knee. Kick coming in there by Dijak. Pain, man. Pain. 1, 2. Kick out. Crowd a bit quiet for this. What do you think Bear Hill is thinking right now? He's thinking I'm getting beat up. That's what he's thinking. I need to find a way back into this match. That's what he's thinking. This isn't going to plan. That's what he's thinking as he suplexed Dijak into the corner. Boom. Lyra Valkyria, win or loss in her match today. She won. Trey Bearhill looks like the kind of guy that would get turned down just based on him not having the statue of a WWE superstar. He's even got into TV. Is mind-boggling, said Big Time. Big forearm strike there by Dijak. Clothesline as Bear Hill goes to the outside. Booker T is funny on commentary and charismatic, but he repeats himself all the time, says Big Time. Oh! Hard into the barricades. Gacy with a headbutt there of Dijak. Bear Hill, bang! Big shots coming in. Smashing Dijak into the edge of the ring. Bear Hill gets him. Big clubbing blows. And again, down goes Dijak. Bear Hill raking the back. Goes against the ropes. Crossbody. Down goes Dijak. 1, 2. Shoulder up. Shoulder up. How long we got? Oh, man, we've only got half an hour left to go. Only half an hour left to go. Grabbing Dijak hurling Bear Hill over. Big boot there by Dijak. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And that puts him away. End of the match. Another match for you to vote on. So, what did we think about that one? Joe Gacy has jumped in the ring. He's now attacking Dijak. Okay, well, good. We're doing something. Gacy attacks Dijak. Oh, Alexis King attacks Bear Hill now. Alexis King has got Bear Hill. Boos for Alexis King. Do you know what you did? You cost me the biggest match of my career. Don't you ever do that. I'm Lexis. I'm the king. So, Lexis King attacks Bear Hill. Okay, we're backstage. What? JBL? JBL backstage with Josh Briggs. Is there any advice? No. Perhaps he's come to see Baron Corbin. I want you to discover who you are. Who's Josh Briggs? Is he? I showed that JBL's a wrestling god. That was my journey. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the advice, sir. JBL gives Josh Briggs advice. Show them who you are. Well, if he's actually not a really very nice person. Right, here we go. We've got Kiana James making her way down. Now, it's the Battle Royal. Kiana James, Izzy, Dame. Have we already got people in the ring? We must have, mustn't we? Don't think we're about to do 20 entrances. Maybe we are. Is anyone in the ring? They'll do it during commercial break. Right, so coming up next, the Battle Royal, Izzy Dame And Kiana James have made their way down. The question is, who wins the Battle Royal or gets to the Final Four? Because the Final Four then do a Fatal 4-Way, don't they? So keep getting in your scores. Fire in your scores. Fire those scores in. Do it, you cowards. We're only at 78 votes. It's a flipping disgrace. Sonny said, I've tweeted you, James. James, you've got a tweet. That's my new service now. I let people... I'm basically someone that lets them know about their notifications. Lexis King confirms going to AEW is the worst a wrestler can do with his career. He said he's now more confident and happy since he left the AEW hellhole. Oh dear. I'm going to watch Ted tonight, said Malik. Matteo said, do you watch Rev Pro or Progress? No. No. She is saying James tweeted you. Oh. Thanks. Yeah, James just tweeted me the clip that's doing the rounds from Lexis King. He basically said going to AEW is the worst thing a wrestler can do and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to be a bit controversial. I'm not a big fan of the... how do I word it? I don't know how I word it. I'm not a big fan of the AEW slander, the knocking of AEW, if it's unprovoked. So, you know, like how we joke about Tony Khan because Tony Khan did the whole Jinder stuff, right? To me, that's open season. To me, that's, come on in. The water is warm. Come on in, right? Like, it's open season. Tony Khan's made a comment, and we can now all have our say on it. But, you know, these clips that, like, Ace Steel is putting out that, like, has a little pop. And, like, this comment from... I mean, that wasn't necessary from Lexis King. He didn't have to come out and say, like, AEW is the... I haven't actually heard the clip, to be honest. But AEW is the worst place a wrestler can go. Calling the AEW, like, a hellhole. All that kind of stuff. I just don't think it's a good look. You know, that's the kind of thing that we would have a pop at Tony Khan for saying. That's the kind of thing we would have a pop at. Imagine if Jericho came out and said this about WWE. We'd have a pop at Jericho for that. We'd have a pop at Tony Khan for that. And I feel the exact same way the other way around. I don't want to be accused of, like, double standards. And I don't think I have double standards. Don't think I have double standards. You never quite know, because someone could go, well, you know, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? Right? But yeah, it doesn't, I don't know. Don't like it. I think it's unnecessary. If Jericho had said that, people rightfully would go in on him. And Lexis saying that makes me think, you didn't need to say that, mate. Do you know what I mean? Even if you didn't have a great time, you're in a better place now. Just enjoy where you are. Just enjoy where you are. It does feel different when Tony says so much stupid and then it's open season, you know? I kind of feel like after these comments now, I think AEW fans are well within their right to go off on that. I think they're well within their right to get upset about that and start shooting off, and it's just more fuel to this never-ending war. So, yeah, those Ace Steel clips... this kind of comment, I might be in the minority. Other people might just be like a cat with milk, lapping it up. Give me more. Give me more of the drama. I want more drama. I'm like, we didn't need to do that. We didn't need to do that. At some point, we have to be bigger than it, don't we? Don't we? Do we? Do we? Are we? Am I? I don't know. We got no quarter catch crew. What are they saying? Is this just a vignette? No quarter catch crew. Right, let's end. Oh, we're only 4 away. I can't end it. We need 4 more votes. We need 4 more votes. Just Me said, do you think Randy Orton could win the title? Well, he could. I don't think he will. James said, I mean this with big disrespect, who cares about Ace Steel? Well said. Well said. Yeah, 4 more votes we need. God damn it. Let me get to 100. I can end that then. I agree. Why would a wrestler full on unprofessionally hate on a company unless some very serious bad stuff happens, said Richard. Yeah, but even then, man, I don't know. Even if there was some, like, serious bad stuff, I mean, I just... doesn't feel like the right way to go about processing that. I don't even know what that serious bad stuff would be. I mean, clearly he feels mistreated. And he feels like he was badly utilised. And you can say, well, it's his right to be able to speak out about that. I just sort of think, well, you've moved on now. You've gone to a different place now. You're in NXT now. You're being used better. You're loving it now. The only person that's bringing all that up and dredging up that negativity now is Lexis King. It's in the past. John Cena taught us to rise above hate. And that was a lesson I took very seriously. Very serious. I listened to John Cena. I wish more people did. We've got Carmelo and Trick. That's better. Thank you. We can end the poll now. Right. 61%, 19%, 9%, 8%. Lovely. So he's excited about having both belts at the same time. Okay, Vengeance Day. NXT Championship contract signing next week. So we're doing the Fatal 4-Way tonight. Are we? We're going to do a Battle Royal and a Fatal 4-Way tonight. Says it's clobbering time. Right. We've got a ring full of ladies. Hello, ladies. No Cora Jade this past Friday. She got injured. Out of action for close to a year. Brad, shout out to you, but Ren Sinclair is taking Cora's place. So a big opportunity for Ren. Here comes Chase Yu. Thea Hale. Shaking what her mama gave her. Bit of that as well. Bit of that. Bit of that. Bit of that. Here is Blair Davenport. We've got Kalani Jordan in there. Blair Davenport making her way down. Vengeance Day, when we take Daze's pants and reveal his dong to this nation, says William. Actually, talking of that. Talking of my dong. I've got a DM I can show you. Yeah, I know. I know. Look at this. I was, this Denise person said, "What's up, wrestling?" I mean, my name's Daze, but you got the wrong... Of the two options, you picked the wrong one. I'm happy for becoming my friend. It's good, isn't it? I'd like to see a picture of your D. So I sent her a picture of Richard Attenborough, because Richard, short for Richard, is the D word. And then I added, for extra drama, "Please don't tell my wife I did this," because I wanted to feel like I was doing something naughty. So I said, "Please don't tell my wife I've sent you this." So I'm really looking forward to seeing if they're going to get back to me or not. So that can be an ongoing saga, and we will see. And I really hope my wife doesn't find out. Just saying. And I did wonder if that was a burner account for Austin 316. I almost sent it out as a picture saying, "Austin, is this you?" But I was scared the answer might be yes, and I wasn't mentally ready for that. So I decided to not go down that road. Right, we've got Lash Legend trying to eliminate a couple of people. Oh, we do have an elimination. Oh, forearm strike. There goes Jada Parker. She's eliminated. Is that Stevie that's going at it with Lash Legend right now? Shots. Oh, no, I think it's Izzy Dane, actually. My picture is not the sharpest right now. I'm probably operating at like flipping 1p. I can see that Kalani Jordan has been picked up. She's going to get eliminated. No, lands on her feet. Oh, Izzy Dame, Lash Legend working together right now. Oh, hang on. Hold on. Hold on, Kalani. Oh, thank God. That's my girl, man. That's the girl I'm marrying. Oh, she landed on someone. She survived. She landed on Jada Parker, who put her on the commentary table. So Kalani's still in. She's on the commentary table. Get back in the ring, kids. Oh, why are we going to commercial now? How's she going to get from the commentary table to the ring? Is she going to do a jump? Is she going to do the old chair hop? Is it going to be one of them? I think what I would do is I'd go up to Booker and I'd be like, "Booker, carry me." Carry me, Booker. Carry me to the ring. And then I'd flop in his arms. And as he was carrying me, I'd be like, "Shucky ducky. Shucky ducky. Shucky ducky. Quack, quack." And the crowd would be chanting, "This is awesome. This is awesome. Carry forever. Carry forever." It'd be amazing. I would stay outside the ring till the four-way starts, said Martin. Oh, God, that's such a good idea. That is so good. You do run the risk of someone eliminating you, though, don't you? Someone gets eliminated, they've only got to go to the commentary table and just whip you off. Brad said, "Daze, hello. Everyone in the chat, hello. I'm happy to be a member again. I was hoping that Punk wins the Rumble, and I hope the rumors of The Rock winning aren't true." I don't think The Rock's winning. I haven't even heard those rumors, to be honest. The favorite at the moment is Punk. Second favorite is Gunther. Third favorite is Cody Rhodes. So I don't know where The Rock is. So no, I don't think The Rock's gonna win it. I don't think he is. We don't need The Rock to win it, to be honest, to get a shot with Roman. If we are going to do that match, all Rock's got to do is show up. Just go, Roman. Match. Roman. And that's it. Done. Some people don't have to win a Rumble. If you've got the star power of The Rock, you just got to turn. As long as you can point, that's all you need to do. You can even send a text or a tweet. See you at WrestleMania. I'm not waiting for your response. It's happening. I equals money. So I think you'll be all right. I don't think they'll go with The Rock. Do you think AJ Lee will be in the Rumble, y'all? Said Malik. I'm going to say yes. Let's go. Mitchell said, Brad, who's your favourite? Oh, we all love Brad, don't we? Oh, we all love Brad. Oh, Brad, who's your favourite wrestler, Brad? This community was better before Brad took over. Now Punk is back in WWE. We need that Broken Skull session with him. Oh my God, we do. You're right. That would be sick. Bishop said, I've got a quick question. Do you think it's too soon to have the first ever two-time winner of a women's Rumble? No, you could do it. It wouldn't be my favoured option. I think there's a lot of people that deserve it that have never had it. So it wouldn't be my favoured option. But if they did it, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Oh, right. So what did she do? She went onto the barricades. She walked all the way round. Oh, right, by the steps. That's not that far to jump. She jumped, landed on the steps, climbed in. And that's how she did it. My idea was so much more fun. And you can't tell me Booker wouldn't have carried her. Of course he would. Jesus, I would have got on a plane. I'm coming! I'm coming, Kalani! I'll carry you. Well, I probably won't carry her. I'm not that strong. She could jump on my shoulders. We'd probably find, you know, by the time I get to the ring, I'll be on my hands and knees. Are we there yet? Are we there? Oh my God, I think I'm having a heart attack. You better win this thing. Oh my God. Has anyone got my inhaler? Wow. Lola eliminates Elektra Lopez. Oh, Tatum. Oh, she's gone as well. Ah. What does this mean for Elektra and Lola? Oh, they're going at it. They're going. The friendship is ruined. Oh my God. Lola and Elektra brawl into the back. Oh, who's going to be the face? Elektra. Blair Davenport. Who do you think's going to win? That's what she said. Said, I like The Rock, but I want Roman to drop the title to Cody at Mania. I don't want to see The Rock in a wrestling ring again. He's past his prime. I want him to stay Hollywood. Where's Stevie? Is she still in there? Shot there by Gigi and Blair going at it. Drop kick. Oh. Slumps against the ropes. Gigi charges over the top rope. Oh, eliminated! Na. Hey. Goodbye. Shoulder tackle. Trying to drag in. Oh, push to the midsection. Thea Hale on the outside with Blair Davenport. Thea Hale, edge of the ring. Brad, shout out. I always like Brad's. Guys, you lot were too harsh earlier. It's brilliant that Brad's around. Brad with a £10 donation, legend. Oh, hang on. Who's she pulled out? Knee strike there. Is that Carmen? She's chucked her back in. Well, she's not in, is she? Well, she just delivered a knee strike, and Blair is on the outside. Oh dear. Perhaps she hadn't pulled her out over the top rope. What did she say? Stupid match? It's a stupid match anyway. Hate this match. If you win this... Trying to watch this live. I mean, I don't know if it's just my internet, but... quality is horrible. Shot coming in by Ariana. We got Kalani in there. Thea over in the other side with Lash. We are getting down to the brass tacks. Brad said, CM Punk is going to be my favorite wrestler. He taught me it's okay to be different. Randy and Sean love the reaction to Punk coming back days. I was in tears, said Brad. Do you know, yeah, it's weird that, because, like, you never know how you would react to, like, CM Punk coming back. And mine was, I've said so many times, it just wouldn't go in. I remember looking at the music, hearing the music, seeing the Titantron, and I just wasn't believing what I wasn't computing. It's like, what's this? What's going on? They're playing it. Why are they playing his music? Weird, man. Weird. I can't. It's only Undertaker's streak I can think I had a similar reaction, where it just wouldn't compute. Weird, really weird. Honestly, maybe the weirdest reaction. I just couldn't get my head around it. Ariana's eliminated by Thea Hale as we go to commercial break. So, Brad, shout out to you. And it is okay to be different as long as you're not doing things that are like bad or anything, you know. I mean, you might be doing some bad stuff and that's not okay, to be honest. Even if CM Punk says it is. But I trust you, Brad. I feel like you're one of life's good guys. Just like Richard. Richard Booze. Oh, Boozle. Said, thank you for that Richard story. Very touching days. I love your streams as always. Richard Boozle. Shout out to you, my friend. I'm glad that you're having a good time. Thank you for that. Do you know what, Richards? I would have sent her a picture of you instead, to be honest, if I had a picture of you. I would happily have sent her a picture of Richard Boozle. If she asks for another D-pic, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll send her Richard Boozle instead. Perhaps she's collecting them. I don't know. I don't know what she plans on doing with them. Perhaps she's got a collection of Richards. I don't know. But we'll see what she comes back with and says. Something didn't sit right with it, to be honest. I mean, there's only two names in my name, Wrestling Daze. And no one calls me wrestling. You know, it sort of makes me think she's not really watching the channel. She's not really joining in on the streams. So, I mean, don't go sliding into my DMs if you're, do you know what I mean? Fake fan. So I'll send her a picture of you next time, Richard. If there's any other Richards out there that want me to send pictures of them to to Denise. What's her name? Denise Salcedo. Denise Ortega. So we can send pictures. So she's got 94. I didn't click on her profile actually. Yeah. She looks all right. And this is her profile. There's her lifeguards. So, you know, she's a woman of the people. She said she's got wet nips, but you will do if you go swimming. That's her as Catwoman. Fair play. She looks a little different. That must have been like a younger picture, maybe. I don't know. She looks a little different here as well. And is that her again? Like getting ready to go to work or something? I don't know. She's changed her hairstyle once more. There's a lot of... That doesn't feel like... That's not the same room as that room. Who's that? There's something not right here, guys. There's definitely something not right with this Denise Salcedo account. There's 1,000 people following. But she only follows 92. Oh my god. She follows me. I'm one of the 92. Let's go. Guys, are you jealous? This girl follows me. I'm a man of the people. So, Richard, shout out to you. Brad, shout out to you as well. WWE and AEW fan. Claiming that generosity. Right, we are getting down to the business. I wonder if Denise is watching. James said, you missed the trick. You should have sent her a picture of your dong. I think that's what she's after. Here we go. We've got Fallon trying to eliminate. So as soon as you get down to 4, this thing changes. Cannot go to a fatal 4-way now. Surely. We've got Izzy Dame. We've got Lash Legend. We've got... I wrote her name down. Ren Sinclair. Kiana James. Roxanne Perez. Fallon. Henley. Let's get Roxanne out of there. I want Ren to win. Izzy Dane eliminated! Ren. Stay out the way. Stay out the way, Ren. Is that her name? Is that Ren? I think it's Ren. Forearm strike, down goes Fallon. Next one eliminated. Oh, Lash is gone. So it is Ren. Yes! Ren's made it to the final 4. No, it's the final 4 now. Isn't it? Oh, Kalani wasn't eliminated. Oh, no. No. Come on, Ren. Don't go up top, you stupid woman. Oh, my God, Ren, you idiot. Oh, my God. I've got to be smarter than that flipping idiot. She got down to the final 5 and then thought, oh, do you know what I'll do? I'll climb up the turnbuckle. Kiana James came along, pushed her off. So does this match start now? It's the final 4 is Fallon, Kiana, Roxanne, Kalani. I want Ren to win. Oh. Come on, Denise! Come on, Denise! Shot coming in there by Fallon. A very predictable final 4. I return back to the American Legion, said Carmen Live. Carmen, I bet they were glad to see you back, my friend. How many damn title chances does Roxanne need, said Real. Roxanne goes through the ropes, lands into Fallon. Kalani takes out Izzy and Kiana. Kalani and Roxanne. Roxanne looking for a Russian leg sweep. Roll through there by Kalani. Oh, God, I love Kalani. She's so good. 1, 2. Oh, God, so good. Brilliant there from Kalani. Roxanne trying to tie up Kalani and, like, get her into a pin. Kalani just steps through, ends up getting into a pin position herself. Fallon with a kick. Let's do the correct thing. Let's hook this woman up for a date with Daze, said Watson. I'm working on it, mate. She wanted pictures. I sent her a picture. You don't need to teach me what to do when it comes to the wonderful world of women. Let me tell you. I've got this. We'll be married within a week. Here is Kiana James. Fallon into the corner. Boom! Shoulder tackle into Kalani. Kiana. Brilliant from... Oh, my God. Kiana drives her shoulder into Kalani. Backflips. Goes into Roxanne. She's just like a whirling derlish. 1, 2. Save is made. Save is made. One of these... Well, we are doing this Fatal 4-Way right now, by the way. Oh, I should probably ask the question what you thought. Is the whole thing 1, do you think? It's still going, this match, isn't it? Yeah, I think the whole thing's 1. This is awesome, is the chant. Easily the best match of the night. Oh! Roxanne coming over, grabbing Kiana. Perez into the corner, goes up. Looking for Pop Rocks. Can't get it. Can't get it. Roxanne. Kiana climbing up. Looking for a superplex there by Kiana. Shots coming in between the legs there. Roxanne trying to powerbomb Kiana. Kiana holding on. Shot coming in there by Kiana. Kick to Fallon. Fallon goes down. Top rope enziguri by Roxanne. Roxanne, the project. I think her letters need to be changed colour. You can't really see the P or the I on Prodigy. Prodigy. Whoa! Frog splash! 1, 2. Oh! Stupid Prodigy. Lovely kick there by Fallon. To the outside goes Fallon. Super kick by Roxanne. Kalani with a drop kick. Fell short. Fell short, but Roxanne still sold it. Because she's a super trooper. Split leg moonsault. Oh! Kiana gets dragged out the ring. Here's Roxanne. She's going for Pop Rocks. Gets it. 1, 2, 3. Boo. Boo. Wanted Kalani or Ren Sinclair. He wasn't in it. Well, I'm guessing this is going to turn a like full-blown heel. Is that going to bring out Lyra? Perez was never beaten when she was the NXT Women's Champion. She's going to be now. 2 weeks from Sunday. Lyra, 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 Lyra. Right, well, there we go. Get in your thoughts. Get in your scores. What did you think about it? As NXT winds down and comes to an end. Right, do you think it's all time? Do you think it was great? Do you think it was good? Do you think it was... What do you think of the match? What do you think of the match? And then if we jump over to the second account, we can ask the question of what you thought about the show. Not much time for that Fatal 4-Way, was there? Not much time at all. But, I mean, it was a million miles an hour. They fitted a lot in. Okay, what did you score WWE NXT? Great. Good. Okay. But okay, so that is live. You can put your thoughts in the chat right now. But if you go over to Wrestling Daze clips, you can see if you click on the community tab, this is where we keep all of the polls. So we need to add yesterday's... Oh, they're not posted it. Idiot. Idiot. You're an idiot. There we go. It's posted now. So you can go and vote there now. If you go to Wrestling Daze clips, click on community. Bang. What did you score Raw? So we need to add this. Wow. Great. 1 for Raw. So it's great. 54%. But obviously we add what's above as well. So that is great 62%. Great 62%. Okay. So where does that rank it? Great 62%. We don't want that. We want that. Is that what we want? No, we want show scores. Show scores. Great 62 puts it around here. 54. Yeah. Puts it there. Great 62. Great 54. That was Raw from yesterday, which I think was the 15th. Oh, it's annoying. Do you know what? I might just get rid of these colours because I keep having to faff around with this. It's annoying. I need to make that white. Bang. I need to make that bold. Bang. And I need to make that red. Bang. There we go. Great 62%. 54% is what Great actually scored. All of that is correct. 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 So there we go. So it is the... I mean, it's what, the 5th highest ranked Raw that we've ever watched. Sort of. Since we've been scoring. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. You know, there's a fair... I suppose in a way it puts it middle of the pack, but it's not bad. That's not a bad score for that show. Just a whisper below Payback 2023. Just a whisper below. And roughly, almost identical to the 12th of December episode of NXT, which I think we were all thinking at the time. I think we were all sat there going, do you know what? This show feels so much just like that 12th of December NXT. Feels exactly the same. And we were right to think that because the numbers do back that up. Right, so we are done with that. The poll is up. We've got the poll up for this show. We'll get a few final thoughts, and then we will run away. Big Time said Fallon was right there. Capitalize on the momentum. Why squander it? Briggs is going to win the Heritage Cup in a bull rope match, said Mr. Quake. Also, if you do miss a stream, make sure you profusely apologize for not being here. That's true. Everyone's allowed to miss one stream a year. That's it. Dro said Oba Femi would be perfect for MVP Omos. And Omos, said Mr. Quake. Mitchell said, again, I'm going to head out. Much love. Have a good night, Mitchell. Shout out to you. Corey said Cora Jade would have won. I wonder if that's true. I wonder if it would have been Cora Jade. It's an interesting thought. Brad, shout out to you. Brad donated, and Watson, boom, he was right there. Watson was right in. No messing around. So, Brad, shout out to you, Bird and Watson. Jumping in to take advantage. Stephen, which is what Watson does, to be honest. Trini said, Daze, which letter is your favorite? Please give further detail. Which letter is your favorite? What, in the alphabet? What letter is my favourite letter in the alphabet? W. Otherwise, it'd be wrestling without W. And that just doesn't make any sense. Think about that. If there was no W, we'd all be watching wrestling. So it's got to be W. James said it's defo that Cora would have won, and she would have got the title too. Big Time Baxter said that was a great women's main event. Aubrey said, real shame about Cora's injury for real. Wow, there's a lot of people thinking that she was going to get it done tonight, Cora. Do you know, I think you could be right as well. I think she could have got it done tonight. Mr. Quake said, do you remember Rugrats? I do. I do remember Rugrats. I was a fan. I wasn't a big fan in the sense of, oh my God, I've got to see it. But I was a fan in the sense of get home, microwavable pizza in the microwave. That's where you put them. And then sit down and it would be, Rugrats would be on. Nickelodeon would be on. Nickelodeon. Rugrats, into Doug, into Rocco's Modern Life, into Keenan and Kel, into Sister Sister. Maybe we'd get The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Maybe we would get Are You Afraid of the Dark? Sometimes you would get Guts. No ifs, ands, or buts. These kids have got guts. Live from the Nickelodeon studio. Some sort of like obstacle course thing. I'd like to watch an episode of that, actually. I have not watched Guts since I was like 20. That was like a year ago. No, since I was young. And I still remember the prize was this trophy that was massive, and it looked like the mountain you had to climb at the end. It was this massive trophy. And it was like an obstacle course. She was competing against someone else to try and complete this obstacle course. Like it was a physical, they had helmets on, these kids, and it was like, well, my favourite show, but yeah, I was a Nickelodeon stan when I was a kid. Loved Nickelodeon. But it was heartbreaking to find out yesterday it's not as good anymore. That was heartbreaking. Sister Sister episodes were on Netflix. I don't know if they still are, said James. Yeah, I did see that. I think I watched the first one. I was like, yeah, this is good, but I didn't get a chance to watch any more. They did release a DVD set of it, but yeah. Do you know, actually, there was another show I used to love, and that was Clarissa Explains It All. And that was Sabrina, the Teenage Witch before Sabrina. It was the show she did before that. And she wasn't a witch or anything. She was just a kid, and she would, you know, be in her room and talking about her troubles. And then a next door neighbor guy would climb the ladder and get into her room, and he was like her friend. They were only friends. There was nothing going on. And yeah, I used to enjoy watching that. Some of these shows, man, they really make us who we are. You know, they really make us who we are. Brad, again, being a legend. I mean, I think we can all tell Brad's had a drink. Brad said, Daze, I wonder if you've ever been to the wrestling shop in Portsmouth. I have. I used to love it, but because of COVID, they shut down. But luckily, they still open online. Much love to you and everyone. No way. They shut down. That place is mental. So I used to live in Southampton, and I don't know how I got told about it. I genuinely don't know if I just found them online or if someone told me. But it might have been someone telling me, actually, in like the comments of the channel. No, I think I went before the channel was even started. I think I went in 2015. I'm pretty sure I went in 2015 before the channel had even started. And this place is mental because it's a doorway on a high street. So you've got like a card shop, a charity shop, all this, and then there's just this doorway, and it's a doorway, and when you open the door, there's stairs that go up. There is no sign, there is no indication that there's even a shop at the top of the stairs. Nothing. And so you open this door and you go up the stairs and you're like, am I about to be murdered? And so you climb up the stairs, and then when you get to the top of the stairs, there's a door. And when you open the door, it's just this world of wrestling and figures all on the wall. And what was amazing is when I went in 2015, there was figures from like 2011, 2012, figures from like 3-4 years earlier. Stuff that you would never, ever, ever find in Smith's or, you know, anywhere like this. They had like, when I went, they had like Series 8, Series 9, Series 10 Elite figures. They had like I remember seeing Ezekiel Jackson with the Intercontinental Championship and like William Regal and all these Elite figures. And I think at the time we must have been at around about 36, 37 in shops. And I'm seeing like Elite Series 8. So, I mean, it was mental. It was like stepping in a portal and going back like a few years ago. And so it was amazing. And they were lovely people. And I think I must have spent a good bit of money in there. You know, I spent like £100 but I bought a few bits and bobs. Had a lovely day in Portsmouth, and it was a great day. But that was the only time I ever went. I don't think they did a very good job of investing in the right things. And the reason why I say that is because they seem to have a lot of stuff that wasn't shifting. And I would imagine that meant they had a lot of money tied up in, like, say, T-shirts, DVDs, figures that no one wanted. They didn't just do WWE. They did lots of indie promotions and other bits. And I think, you know, I did go on their website a few times, and the figures they had left were figures no one would really be that bothered by. They seem to have a lot of DVDs. They seem to have a lot of T-shirts. And what I wasn't seeing was like the new lines coming in, and like, you know, I think they kind of found themselves getting maybe a bit left behind. So if they're still going, hopefully they are doing really well. I wish them all the best. I did go in 2015 and had a great time. But yeah, if the shop side of it closed down, that's a real shame. It's such a wonderful little treat, like as a wrestling fan, to go up the stairs and be like, saw this? Amazing. A proper, you know, I really can't give you any other examples of places like that. I think if you're a wrestling fan and you're a figure fan, you want to know that places like that exist, because, you know, it's a good day out. Go, I've heard about this place. It's like a doorway, and you know, people, it's fun. It's different. It's the complete opposite to Smith's. So that's a real shame that it's not still going. But if they're still going online, I wish them all the best, of course. But yeah, I've went on their site a few times, and they just seem to be getting a little bit left behind, a little bit, I think. And I would wonder if it's their cash flow. I'd wonder if their money's just a bit tied up in some stuff that's not really moving. Luckily, they still open online. Much love to you, and everyone says Brad's. Brad said it's a secret wrestling shop not many know about. I loved it. I bought stuff from there. I may have had some drinks. I can neither confirm nor deny. Let's go. Well, Brad, I hope you don't wake up tomorrow with too many regrets. That's all I'm going to say. I hope you wake up tomorrow pleased about the evening that you spent with us here. So, yeah, appreciate it. And yeah, it's a lovely little blast from the past to think about. That shop. As I said, it's probably coming up to 10 years since I went there. Yeah, I reckon it would have been 2015. I really don't think the channel had started when I went. Maddie Renkowski is who was Ren Sinclair. I was rooting for her. But it wasn't to be, because she's an idiot. I'm still the only woman that's not been pinned on NXT TV, said Stevie Turner. That's not true, because Ren Sinclair has never been pinned. So that's not true, is it? Is that true? Maybe she got pinned on NXT Level Up. I don't know. Oh my god, I don't know now. Maybe it is true. But Stevie Turner says she's the only woman that's not been pinned, and I just don't think that's true. I'm not buying it. I hope you feel better soon, said Irish Rebel. Brad is a legend for donating, said Dro. Brad is a legend for donating. Because it makes a big difference. It goes back into the channel. And do you know what? Actually? The computer crashed yesterday, and I was so worried that I was going to have to get it repaired and fixed. And I was like, oh my God, just really, following Christmas, I have not got the funds for that. And thankfully, it's been all right today. When I turned it on, it started straight away. We haven't had any of those weird blocks of color. We haven't crashed. Sound's not gone out. Picture's good. Yeah, so I think we might be okay, touch words. So hopefully we don't have to, but Brad, I can tell you that it's gone into the rainy day fund because I've got a horrible feeling I might have to dip into that fund one day very soon. Right, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for joining us. Big Time said, Daze, when you look at Hank, Tank, Miles Bourne, Gallus, Trey Bearhill, Gulak, there's so many charisma vacuums that will go nowhere. Oof. I think you're writing them off a bit quick here, but Miles Bourne has only just got started. Trey Bearhill looked okay. I mean, this was like his first proper match. Let's not write him off too quick. Gallus, just thugs, really, you know. Yeah, I could agree with you on Gallus. Hank and Tank, yeah, I think Tank might be okay. Hank just looks like he needs to be an accountant somewhere, or, you know, I don't know, give some sort of, I don't know, physical therapy. I don't know. He does not strike me as a professional wrestler. I don't get that kind of star power vibe from him. So yeah, some of them I don't agree with, but the vast majority I probably do. They don't have any character or charisma. How do they get over? Well, I think Tank does have charisma. I think they're hoping some of it will rub off onto Hank. I think we just need to invest in a storyline for them. We just need to feature them. We just need to care for them. There's not a reason to be emotionally invested in them. So, creative. Miles Bourne has only just got going. He was in the breakout tournament, so I'm not worried about him. Gallus, we've been seeing him in the pub, you know. I think, again, a little bit of creative there. I think that they are brawling brutes, you know. There's a place for them on the card, but I don't think they'll ever be the most exciting thing in the world. But that's all right. There's a place for them. They're a team that others can get in a feud with and can beat and, you know, have a bit of trouble with. So there's a place for them. Trey Bearhill's only just got started. And I think Gulak is someone that they see as worth keeping around. I think he's a good trainer. I think he's a good wrestler. And I think they're probably using him to try and get some others over. So at the moment, you know, you've got Damon Kemp with him and you've got Charlie Dempsey with him. And I think they're just hoping like that they're going to pick up some of the kind of wrestling ability from him, learn a bit from him, and then maybe they can go on to bigger and better things. It might be a case Gulak never leaves NXT and we might not have to worry about it. He might be down in NXT to just help get people ready for the main roster. He might be like a Natalia type character, only whereas Natalia is used on the main roster, welcome to the main roster. Gulak might be in NXT to get people ready for the main roster. So Gulak might not be a problem. Some of these people just may not need to get over. We may not be trying to get Gulak over. We may not need to worry about getting Gallus over. So some of them are a bit new. Some of them we don't need to worry about. Daze, I'm going to give this an 8. Oba's promo, the tag match main event carried the show, said A. Jobson. Just Me said, are you going to watch some SpongeBob one day? I've seen SpongeBob. SpongeBob wasn't around when I used to watch Nickelodeon. It started much later. But I've seen it since. because obviously when I was working in retail, we would sell the DVDs, and it became a bit of a cultural phenomenon. So of course you go, what is this? Why is everyone watching this? What's going on? So you watch clips, you watch an episodes, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty funny. I would love it if I was young. And even as an adult, I think you can get a bit of humor from it, late at night kind of a thing. I don't know that anyone's racing back from work to watch it. But one of them where, you know, maybe you've had a few drinks, you've, you know, come back, you want something light on TV, something that's, you know, you're just going to not have to think about and have a little bit of a laugh to, and just have in the background of something like SpongeBob's there for you. I mean, it'll serve a purpose. The kind of thing I could imagine you could get stoned to, and like get drunk to, and have some friends around, it's on in the background and you're chatting away, and do you know what I mean, like zone in, zone out, super easy to watch. So I think there's a place for SpongeBob I think's a lot of fun, but so I've seen it, but I don't have any. I think I might even have the first series, you know. I think it came out the complete first series on DVD, and I'm sure I have got it. I'm just looking to see if I've got it to hand here, but I don't. I can see Hey Arnold. I can see Our Real Monsters. That was amazing. I can see Rocko's Modern Life. I can see The Adventures of Pete and Pete. I can see South Park. I can see... I'm trying to see other kids ones. Oh, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Let's go. I've got the SpongeBob movie. I think that might be it. I have a wall of DVDs and CDs next to me here, which I have shown at various times. I hate moving the camera. I would move the camera, but it's a nightmare to move it back. So normally I just take a picture and show the picture. But yeah, next to me I've just got a wall of CDs, DVDs, which I never ever watch or do anything with. They just literally sit on these shelves. It's a true heartbreaking waste of money. This isn't my legacy. My legacy is the thousands of pounds that are sat just here in physical form. That's my true legacy. It's heartbreaking. So I've seen it, but I've seen SpongeBob. It's good. Sean wants Wendy in the Rumble. What do you think? From Peter Pan. Wouldn't do it. Philip said, I'm looking forward to Punk Cody face-to-face on Raw. It's going to be good. Daze, the main event of the AR Dub Pro show I went to was a 25-man Indiana Rampage Rumble for the ARW Heavyweight Championship. I give NXT an 8. Big Time said, Daze, when Raw was at the peak of its popularity, ratings exploding, it's wild the move to TNN dropped them off a cliff. Yeah, it does. It does have a big impact, but I think the decline had already set in. I think the decline was started, and then if I remember, it kind of severely goes down, and then when they move back, it kind of goes back to where I think the decline would have reached anyway. So the changing of the network definitely has, you know, cuts a chunk away, but I think we sort of got back to where we would have been when we moved back anyway. But yeah, I mean, look, that just shows, doesn't it, the difference that a network can have and the impact that being on a different net. That's why these decisions have got to be correct. Wherever we're going to go with Raw next, it's got to be right. It's got to be the right move. It's got to be. It has to be big time. Right, that main event match, I think, is going to work out as being the best, most well-received match in the history of matches of tonight, because it scored great 40%, which is good. Well, it's not good, it's great. So we've got that jotted down. I'm going to get all these added to the match scores, and I need to start doing research for the weekend and bits and bobs. I don't think there'll be an unseen video. I will have a look to see what's being said if we've missed anything. I don't think we have missed anything massive, to be honest. So I'll have a look. If it's worth doing one, I'll do one. But I don't think there will be one tonight. I could see a LOL video going up tomorrow. It's been a hot minute since we've dropped one of those, so I could see one of those going up tomorrow. And I think we will look to do Rumble predictions this weekend as well, so I'll probably start doing work for that. So that's what I'm going to go off and do. Have a great evening wherever you are. Big shout out to everyone that joined us. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you again next time.